What is happening, everyone? Welcome into the first ever However stream. It is a brand new channel that we've set up. It will be exclusively covering majority of all of the Sunderland games whenever I'm not at a home game. Any of the away games that are on, cup games that we can't get to, we'll be doing a little bit of a watch along and some live analysis of the football, etc., of how it's all going. But not only that, we will be covering also any big games that are going on. Monday Night Football, any of the Champions League. And to be honest with you, any sport in general that's worth covering, we'll be doing some watch-alongs. So welcome in. We're hoping to build up a new audience. If anybody has been in any of my previous live streams before, I do stream Warzone content, normally gaming content, and we've got a great community over there. However, I just thought, you know what? I love Sunderland AFC. I love Sunderland. It's my team. It always has been. I enjoy watching the football. I enjoy watching sport in general. And I just thought, you know what? I'm going to create a channel. Created a channel with alongside one of my good friends, Tony Bang. Hopefully, he'll be able to get himself involved. But at the minute, he's got a few prior engagements. But he is going to join the Discord chat. And we're going to have a little bit of a discussion around the team news, etc. And what we think of the upcoming game against Burnley. So if you just give me a second, I'm going to see if Tony is available to chat. He's going to be hopping into the Discord channel. See if I can get him in there. But yeah, so anyway, last week, absolutely amazing. I don't know what you all thought. I headed to the ground. I was thinking, how is this going to go? Because the pre-season games were a little bit bitty, and I was a little bit nervous when I was watching those pre-season games. Reggie Style, we all know Reggie Style. He started off like a house on fire last season. We were blowing teams away in the championship early on. And then we just seemed to settle into this like reserve style of play. And I was just thinking, oh my God, when the friendlies were playing, I was thinking, are we going to be too, I don't know, conservative in the way we play? And I do know we've gone straight back up and we cannot be gung-ho at everyone. But I was just thinking, cannot be going up and not trying to win any football games. And then I went down to Hull to watch us play Hull, and that was a catastrophe, that Hull away game. It was like men against boys in the second half, and I do know that was the second string team that they brought on. But even the wingers leading up to that, I was thinking, they were a little bit lightweight. Oh, I don't know what to expect there. Have we got goals in the team? I thought the midfield three showed signs, which was major upgrade of what we had. But the two wingers, I was thinking, are these going to be an upgrade of what we've got? I don't know. But I went to that West Ham game. Like everybody else, you're full of optimism. The new season's there. The sun was shining. The stadium of light was absolutely bouncing. You get caught up in the moment. I just thought, hold on a second. If this is a team that's going to be there or thereabouts, because they have been tipped, to be honest with you, they have been tipped with being down the bottom of the table, tipped for relegation as well. A lot of people are saying that. You have to be beating these teams. And I thought, come on, Sunderland, you know, push on from all of the momentum we've got from the playoffs, from the feel-good factor of Wembley, from the home game, Dan Ballard, Tommy Watson's goal, you know, get us going at that stadium of light, get it rocking. And the game started, and you could just see it was a little bit cagey that first half, just a little bit cagey the first half. We were sussing West Ham out. They were obviously nervous as well. They didn't want to take any major risks. And to be honest with you, we did have the first clear-cut chance of that game. We did, and it could have been 1-0. We could have been 1-0 up. However, after that, West Ham just started to get a little bit of a footing in the game. They were passing it around. We were quite content to let them have it for a little bit, and they created a couple of chances. Bourne had that chance, and then I can't remember who it was, the kid who had the shot, and Ballard saved it. That was definitely going in, by the way, which Ballard saved it. And then it was just, I don't know, it was just a little bit bitty the first half. 0-0, take that any day of the week. Going in, half-time, 0-0, and I just thought, right, okay, how are we going to come out here? How are we going to come out here? Because we let them have that ball for a little bit near the back end of the second half. And we came out second half, and I think we had confidence. I think Reggie gave us a little bit of confidence to have a go at them. And you know what? That second half was a little bit It was way better, to be honest with you. Way better. We looked the better team. We controlled it. Our midfield was hassling, and the counter-attacks was absolutely... it's a major upgrade to what we've had. I think the style of play this season with Reggie, with the players that we've started to bring in, it just might suit his counter-attack and football way better than what it did last season. And then, hey, I tell you what, my Enders header. I mean, what a ball. I mean, Jensen sailed, doing his job, did his job, kind of complain. But there's levels, isn't there? There's absolute levels in the game. And Alderete, when he came on, just showed that little... It was just that little bit of magic, his first touch when he managed to turn that kid and then come out with it. And you just thought, there we go. There we go. We've got a little bit of quality again in there now. And he looks a bit of a unit as well. He looks a little bit of a unit, which we need. However, what a ball in. Mienda 1-0. And the stadium alight erupted. It was absolutely fantastic. Honestly, the energy from the stadium was up there that I've ever seen. It was tremendous. It really, really was. And then as soon as that first goal went in, I don't know what it is. You could just sense something magical was happening. Something magical was happening. And then again, another unreal header from Dan Ballard. I mean, it was as if it was written in the stars for him to carry on where we left last season at the Stadium of Light with another Dan Ballard header. Tremendous. Absolutely tremendous. And then the icing on the cake was obviously that goal, that counter goal from the corner to make it 3-0. And there he was, Wilson Isidore. He loves it, doesn't he? He absolutely loves anything like that. It could be a little bit frustrating, but he loves that. He loves being the centre of attention, doesn't he? When he got his third goal, I just thought, that's what that lad needs, man. He's like a confidence and a momentum player, Wilson. I don't know whether he's a dig deep type of player, but I tell you what, when it's going well, he loves it. He absolutely loves it. So 3-0.
Certainly does.
3-0. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Bang. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. Tony is one of the co-commentators for the stream as well. The channel's built around us both. So Tony will be featuring a lot more. We just need to sort out some logistics of how we're going to work it, etc. But he will be joining a lot more, and he'll be live. We're going to be trying to sort something out with regards to that. But anyway, Tony, thoughts on the opening game of the season? What did you think?
I thought it was very good. It couldn't have gone any better, really, could it? I think it's a dream return to the Premier League. You're getting exactly what you've wanted. The atmosphere was cracking. The weather's cracking. The players are giving 110%. You've got good performances all around the pitch. West Ham, you could say, were poor. Midfield looked a bit sluggish, but you can only play what's in front of you. And we beat them in the end. Anthony, there was moments where I thought, oh, here we go. You know, I think the last 15 minutes of the first half, West Ham got on top. Yeah, crowd were good. Mm-hmm. I think another part of me at half-time thought, we're going to tire here, but got players who've never played in the Premier League. They've got experienced Premier League players. We'll fall away and they'll maybe might nick one, but that didn't turn out to be the case at all, did it? We got stronger as the game went on, which is wonderful to see.
I think we gained in confidence, didn't you? That's what it was. You could tell. Well, you could tell after the first half whether Reggie got them in, and I don't think he's a shouter or a screamer, but he'll let them know you're on par, if not better than these lads. You know what I mean? And he started to expose them. He started to expose their two fullbacks and their system that they were playing. You could see those them threaded through balls were on all day long against them. And what I couldn't believe was two headers from us as well. From open play.
Well, crosses
how often do you see now, everyone, headers from open play, like from crosses? It's underrated. It needs to be used more, that, to be honest with you, because I just feel as though the modern day football, passing, you're missing a trick sometimes just to get that ball into the danger area and get someone on the end of it. You know, it's there. Mickey, how you doing? Welcome in. And everybody else who's watching, hit that like button. It does help the algorithm to get more numbers in. But anyway, Tony, the team, one change. Yep. Sealed on the belt.
I think everybody expected it, yeah.
And Alderete straight in. So, what do you think there?
Listen, the lad on that first performance, I mean, his first ever touch in a Sunderland shirt, doing a Cruyff turn in his own 18-yard box to destroy the attacker.
Yeah.
That looks good, doesn't it? I mean, he looks like he knows what he's doing. He looks like he knows a bit of the dark arts. I think he's going to be a great addition. We'll see what the day brings, because I think Burnley have changed their formation, it looks like. I don't think they're going to go 5 at the back.
Yeah.
So I think they're going to push an extra person in the midfield.
Yeah.
Last year when we played them, their midfield seemed to get the better of ours the first half, and then we sort of got the better of theirs the second half. It could be similar today, I don't know. What do you think?
Well, known now over the course of a season with Reggie, I do think we'll start off a little bit cautious. I think we'll just
try to wire them out, isn't it? It's not give anything away.
We'll set up, just to see what's going on, see what's happening. Mayender up front, just lurking around. He'll not be bursting a gut straight off. And I think we'll just be sussing them out to how they want to go. But it's a big game for both teams, because for a couple of reasons. One, for Burnley, when them fixtures have come out, and all of the fans and even the club, the managers, etc., the planning, you name it, everything, they'll have looked at Sunderland at home, and they'll be plotting their points over the course of the season, and they'll have looked at Sunderland as, this is where we need to pick up points. And I don't even see it a draw, and I know, over the course of a season, for newly promoted teams, etc., even a point is gold dust sometimes. But they'll be looking at this game now, thinking, we need to get back on track. We need, because you've got Sunderland and you've got Leeds both winning, who you would say they're looking as their rivals. They're looking now thinking we might need to win this game. Now, from our point of view, I'm hoping that plays into our hands and how the style of play that we're looking to play by the way he's been setting us up. We do look as though we're going to be a bit of a counter-attacking football team this season. I don't think we're going to be constantly on the front foot. I think we are going to be trying to soak it up, but hit with pace, which we do seem to have in the team. That's
our game. That's our game.
I think
here's Burnley's, to just show you how much Burnley's is a must-win today. Their next 5 matches after us are Man United away, Liverpool at home, Forest away, Man City at home, Villa away. So they might not get it. If we beat them today, they're going to be on no points by come October.
And that's why I think it's such a big game for Burnley, because I don't care what you say. Points, what they need a win. Because if even a point, you're talking 1 point. If they get 1 point against us, and then you railed off those games there. Now, I do know football is a funny old game, as the saying goes, and you never know, upsets happen, and the likelihood is they wouldn't get points, but against those big teams. But you never ever know. They might pull off a result here, there, and everywhere.
I mean, look, nobody was seeing Tottenham beating City today, were they?
Well, no, the way City started against Wolves, they look as though they were back a little bit. But to be honest with you, Tottenham have... I think Tottenham have played the right game plan against Man City. They've sat right on them at the edge of the box, trying not to let them play out from the back, etc. And they've exposed the new goalkeeper, haven't they? That's what they've done. But
delightful that they got done by the Pep way of playing football by Trafford. Absolutely,
exactly.
Stinker with that out.
Mickey's saying he would take a point, lads. If you asked me, if I would take 4 points from 2 games, I would snap your hands off. Now, Mickey, do you know what, right? You're right. And you're 100% right. But when you just get caught up in the moment and you're like, no, let's go down to Burnley and let's get another 3 points here. You know what I mean? Let's make it 6 out of 6.
I mean, that's a great start, and the confidence oozes again, doesn't it? I mean, where are you at with your prediction? Have you got a prediction so far for the day, guys?
Do you know what, right? Going by last season as well, and how we hit the ground running early doors and we were banging the goals in, I wouldn't be surprised if, again, it was another 2-0, something like that. We hit them for 1-0. They press, trying to get an equaliser, and we hit them again. And you never know, we could get a third again. However, I do think Burnley at home, by the way, they'll be very well organised. I think Scott Parker will have them, defensively as well. Their record defensively last season was insane.
Unreal.
So,
unreal. But they've lost half that back four, though. I mean, the centre half, that Egan Riley, they lost him to Marseille. They've lost Trafford to Man City. So a big part of their back four's gone.
Yeah.
Which is going to be difficult for them. I mean, I think they found out last week, didn't they? If they'd have played that team in the Championship that played Spurs, they wouldn't have lost 3. It's just the brutal nature of Premier League, isn't it? You've got players who have that quality. It's
a different level. And to be honest with you, this is why I've been so pleased with the result on Saturday, because a couple of those lads who I was a little bit, the 2 wingers the 2 wingers was my concern. I thought, well, they're a little bit lightweight. Are they an improvement over what we had, or are they just a bitty? Now, Saturday, I was seriously impressed by them too, and I do think them 2 wingers are going to play a massive part this season in the way we play them lads.
Oh, big time.
There's a lot lying on them, and we do need to get Mundell back. You know, I know we've got Patrick Roberts. We've got Lafay, you know what I mean? We've got Lafay to come in as well. So it's a little bit...
Would you have him in your team? In the middle?
Think at the minute, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't. No. I think he's got his selection spot on. I really do. And that sounds brutal, but you know what? That's the brutality of the Premier League. He's got to make those decisions. I think those 2 lads who play in midfield, and with Xhaka, that's what you need in your midfield. They non-stop working. You know what I mean? And then you've got Xhaka doing what he needs to do. I mean, to me, that was the signing of the summer for Sunderland. I know he's a big name, but it's not just his name. Speaking to a few Arsenal fans as well, they said he's an absolutely fantastic leader, an unreal leader. You know what I mean? And that
I remember playing in the Euros against France and Germany. He was unreal,
brilliant.
He was the best player on the pitch by a mile.
And you know what? You know how I feel. We've been lacking that type of figurehead. I know the nearest thing was Luke O'Nien. Okay, everybody I think behind the scenes knows Luke O'Nien was the real cheerleader captain, so to speak, for Sunderland. I know Dan Neil wore the armband. I don't really want to go into that. We can maybe discuss that's another topic, that, Tony, that we can have for another day with regards to that. But
listen, I think with Neil, the ones who need to step up, it's perfect. You don't want them hotbed of fire. There's no other options. They've got to learn straight off.
Yeah,
they'll be learning in training to get better, and then hopefully, if when they're called on, they're good. They've made that step that bit easier.
Yeah.
Whereas I think if you'd have been starting them from the off, that's a big catch up.
It is.
It's a massive gap.
Listen,
I don't know what the chat think. Would you? I mean, I don't think Dan Neil's quite ready for the Premier League just yet. He might get it there. He might never. You know.
Well,
but that's for him to do. You've got to see how he reacts to the Sunderland team and the players in front of him.
But
can he get it? If he can't get into them,
here's my thought of that. West Ham have just been tonked 2 games, right? And you've been listening. I've been listening to their fans and been listening to some of the pundits. And what they've been saying is our midfield is far too slow and there's nothing in it, right? Now, I'm going to put it straight back to you there. Dan Neil, from my perspective, my opinion, and I know there's people who think Dan Neil's done a great job and he's been underrated and he doesn't deserve some of the criticism. However, I don't think Dan Neil would have been able to step up the pace required in the Premier League with the touch and go, and also as well to get the to get actually to win the ball as well. It's not his game. Now, he's a local lad. I never want to slate anybody off, but all I want to see when I say my midfield play, and a captain of my team, by the way, the captain of my team is I want to see effort, intensity, and I want to see them leading by example. And unfortunately, over the course of the season, last season, I did not see that in Dan Neil as a captain and as a local lad. And
he had moments.
You know what I mean?
Not enough of them.
Not enough. There's not enough quality there for me to go, yeah, I think Dan Neil should be in that team. You know what I mean? And to be honest with you,
I don't think anybody would at the minute.
Yep, and to be honest with you, I love to be proven wrong. I hope he does, and I hope playing alongside these lads helps it happen. But the quality and the caliber.
If he breaks into this team and he's worthy of his spot, absolutely tremendous, because that means he's taking a step up, doesn't it?
It does. But and this is it. This is in any walk of life. To be honest with you, it's great to show loyalty, but it can also be a little bit foolish as well to hang around on the back of that, because a lot of teams maybe have done that when you've come up and you've showed loyalty to some of the players, you know, who got you up there. But unfortunately, as the statistics have told you over the last few seasons, some of those players, the level's just too much for them. Too much.
Oh, 100%.
And do you know what?
Listen, I think Sunderland have done the right thing, looking at the team, looking at the recruitment and how they've done it. They haven't just gone out and it's been a scattergun approach. Looks to me, certainly how we set up the first game, they've built a team.
Yep.
They've built every position. They've gone for pace on the wings. They've got Mayenda Isidore up front with pace. You've got midfielders who can. I'm just going to stick
just while you're talking to it, I'm going to stick the team up for the chat to have a look at. This is what we've got at the minute. So it's unchanged, everyone. What about Roof in goal? What did you think there?
Excellent.
Tony?
He looks solid.
He looked like a keeper, didn't he?
There was only that one thing where Ballard cleared it off the line. Well, it wasn't off the line, but Ballard made the clearance. And he looked a little bit flat-footed when that shot was coming.
Yeah.
Because he was not getting that. But, like you say, the fact that you've got someone now, I think Sunderland's looked at what they did last year, and they were weak on crosses and corners, and it's massive in the Premier League, your set pieces, to get you that little bit of something, a goal, keep it clear.
He looked composed when the ball's at his feet. Now, that was the only thing last season, but
he wasn't trying to play too much. He knew to go long when he knew to go long, and he wasn't kicking it out to play. And like you say, I think in this Premier League, I mean, I've watched this Man City Tottenham game here, and they've all created themselves problems from playing out at the back.
Playing out from the back.
And it's like, for me, sometimes I'd rather a ball into their half and try and win it there, get around there. I don't understand why that's come out of football. Yeah, you can keep the ball at the back, but you're in your own half, in your own 18-yard box. You do something wrong, you slip over your trip, it's a goal to the opposition, or certainly
it's
a
high
chance.
Risk. It's
you
high
do something
risk.
wrong around the edge of the centre circle in their half, well, they've got to get through a whole team.
It's high risk. Now, to be honest with you, Mickey, by the way, I just want to respond to that. Setup looks top-notch, by the way, guys. I know you said it's going to ramp up, but it's a great start. Thank you very much, Mickey. Thank you. Now,
find out that Mickey probably will have his interactions on the pod as well.
Yes. Also as well, chat, Mickey will be making some appearances because I'm just negotiating his sign-on bonus at the minute. That's the only thing. I'm in cahoots with his agent, so we're trying to sort that out. Yes, Porky, welcome in. But anyway, Tony, playing out from the back, high risk. High risk.
Yep.
However, at the minute...
And boring.
Well, high risk and boring, but you watch how Tottenham set up now with a goal kick for Man City. Did you say where they all were? Did you say where they all were? And they're up there waiting.
Dan Hayes, Max, can you let him in?
They're up there waiting. So for me, whether they're playing out from the back, it might become the fashion might turn, Tony, because teams are just going to sit on the edge of your box. So you might see over the course of the season that might be less and less, unless you're a very, very stubborn manager and you think, no, I'm playing that way. And that is, I'll be honest with you, chat, and I don't know what you think, hey, Tony. I know I spoke to you about this when we were down at Hull watching the whole game. Was my only concern with Sunderland is playing out from the back from goal kicks.
Gary, give us 2 seconds because I've just had some people. I've got someone fixing my light bulb, so I'll jump back on in 5 minutes.
Right. Okay, that's no worries. But chat, when I was down at Hull, I was saying to Tony, Southampton last year. I'm going to make the example of Southampton last year. Southampton last year, they had a manager who was obsessed with playing football out from the back. And he had a goalkeeper and defenders who were making insane mistakes, and it was costing them nearly every single game. Now, to me, that's just absolute suicide. And we were down at Hull, and we were trying to do that, right, from when we were down there. And I was getting a little bit nervous. I was thinking, no, do not do this. You know, don't do this. Goal kicks playing out from the back. Have we got the players to do it? And in fact, we conceded because Lafay got a ball into him and he just tried to whip it straight to one of their lads, tap in, goal. And I thought, we cannot give soft goals away like that. Anybody who scores against you, make them work for it. Don't gift them anything. So for me, if we cut out the gifts from those playing out from the back and make it hard for teams to beat us, we're in with a shout. We're in with an absolute shout. But anyway, Mickey says, I'm so glad we're not playing from the back. I think against West Ham, we had a good balance from the keeper. We did. 100%. We cannot be doing that crazy stuff. No way can we be doing that crazy playing out from the back. It's suicide. It really, really is. So, right, to be honest with you, look today, Man City, Trafford, you know, they've brought him in. I mean, a goalkeeper should be a goalkeeper. He should be able to be he should be a goalie. You know, let the football, let the play be done by the footballers. Now, I know it's the modern way of playing. The keeper needs to have a good touch and he needs to be able to play out from the back. But teams now are pushing so higher up front to press you that you might say sort of shift again in how teams might want their goalkeepers to play. Now, this is where I will give Eddie Howe a little bit of credit, by the way. And I'm not blowing sunshine. You know, I don't want to be like, the Mags, this, that, and the other. But from a system type of play, Newcastle have done that for a few seasons now. And why they catch a lot of teams out. And I think it's just going to come more and more into play where a lot of more teams do, where they camp at the edge of your box for goal kicks, as if to say, well, you can try and play out, but if we win the ball off you here, you're knackered. So, but anyway, yeah, getting back to the football, the game today, wow. You know, we're coming off an absolutely amazing first game. The feel-good factor's there. What I do not want is typical Sunderland, like we were back in the day. You know, when you least expected, or when your expectations are at the highest, they just go bang, there you are. We need to be prepared, we need to be ready, and we need to just soak up that little bit of pressure that Burnley might hit us first 20, 30 minutes. And I think we will grow into that game, and I think chances will start to happen, because like we were saying earlier on, you keep losing the rare, right? I'm not sure about that, Mickey. I hope it's not from my end. If you keep losing the volume, I hope it's still there. But no, I don't know. I've got a decent feeling about it. It's goals for me. It's goals. We need to take our chances. The ratio needs to be a little bit better. You know, we cannot be having 2 or 3 chances to get that ball in the net, because sometimes chances in the Premier League are a premium, and you've just got to get that ball tucked away. But anyway, what do we think of the bench, everyone? What do we think of the bench? Have we got enough on that bench to change a game if needed? Or are we banking on this first 11 to bring us home? We haven't seen anything at the minute of, I don't know how you pronounce this. Is it Guy? I know we've got Isidore to come off the bench. We know Isidore. We know what he can do. We know everybody on there. The only unknown, really, is the lad up front from Chelsea. And I know we've got there Masauka, is it pronounced? I know we've got him in readiness as well. We've still got Dan Neil on that bench. You've got Patrick Roberts and Chris Rigg. Is that enough to change a game? Is that enough to change a game? And what do we think as well, everyone, with the signings? Do we think there's more? I know we're looking to strengthen at the back. Do you think there's more needed up front as well, higher up the pitch, creating goals, etc.? Right. So what Ray, come on in. Ray's got a top one for today as well, haven't you? What Ray said, everyone, is she thinks that it's not necessarily the players, but it's the person who teaches them. And if they're taught well, then they will play better. So what she's basically saying is, have we got the coach, the coaches to do it? And she thinks Reggie is the coach for us to do it, don't you? Good analysis. You can be on the channel next week as well. Porky, how you doing? How's your morning going? I hope you're well. Welcome into the Sunderland stream. How are the stream? Welcome in. It's good to have you in, showing the support, Porky. I really appreciate it. And everybody else who's lurking in the background there, don't be shy. Get some comments in, what you think, how you think the game will go. And just remember, yes, this is predominantly a Sunderland AFC channel. It's our team. It's who we love and who we're passionate about. But we will, and we do love interacting with every other fan, finding out what's going on with your club. We'll give our opinion from I don't know who's not in your circle. But also as well, we'll be covering other live football games as well. And hey, during the winter as well, when the darts is on, we might do some darts, and the Ashes and the cricket, we'll do some cricket as well. So we love anything sport, to be honest with you. So get yourselves involved. If you haven't already, hit that like button, smash that sub button. It will help the channel grow. And hopefully we can build up an absolutely amazing community on match days and when the games are on, just for people to come along, watch the football, get involved, and have a bit of crack. That's what we're looking to do here. But anyway, I know we've got half an hour to go before kick-off. So just want to talk a little bit of Sunderland. You know, just to find out from you, lot, you know, how did you get into it? Are you a first-generation Sunderland supporter? Has it been in amongst your family all of these years? Are you a Sunderland supporter living afar? Are you local? Are you a season ticket holder? Do you get to the games? You know, we were at Wembley. What did you think of the playoffs, etc.? So Porky, you're making some breakfast just listening in. I don't know the score, the players, but I just enjoy your passion, and I'm sure I can learn a few things. Porky, I totally and utterly appreciate that. Porky, by the way, for anybody who is watching and lurking in the background, Porky is a big contributor to my gaming channel, my Zobi9 gaming channel, where we stream Warzone content. So yeah, he's Canadian, and he is a converted Macam. So welcome in, Porky. Belter, how you doing, man? Here we go. Here we go. Chris is in the chat, Tony. Belter's in the chat.
Oh, Belter.
Belter is in the chat. Tony, I've just been speaking, and I've just been saying, how did everybody get to be a Sunderland supporter? What happened? Is it in the family? Are you a first-generation supporter?
So, yeah,
season ticket holder? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so, Tony,
season tickets on and off. Not at the minute. So I had season ticket in League One, Championship, and then I haven't had one in the last season of the Championship or this season.
Yeah.
So there you go. I've shat on myself there, haven't I?
Well, listen, circumstances arise, Tony, where it's not possible to do it there and then. You know what I mean?
Plus, my son is an absolute curse. Whenever he goes, something do not do well.
Do you know how we're known as the Black Cats? Well, Dan in Tony's house is known as the Black Crow. So,
honestly, sorry. Anyway, I do apologise, chat. I had the electrician due to come at 12 o'clock today, and obviously he's coming at past 2.
Yes.
And he's coming back as well, but he'll be here during the match.
Listen, Chris, we all know that he's born into it. He was at Roker Park with his dad.
Exactly.
Well, listen, same here.
Can you remember your first match, Gary?
Yes, I do. I'm trying to think of the year, but I can't remember the year. It'll have been in the 80s, right? Well, it was 80. It'll have been 87, 88. It might have even been 86. Sunderland were playing Newcastle at Roker Park.
Your first match was a
first
derby?
Match. Listen.
Wow.
Right? And I remember my dad taking us, and I remember driving there.
Leaving you there was
seriously, no, honestly, just seriously driving there, and I'll never forget it. I got out the car, and he got all in my hand, and he went, "You do not let go of my hand until we're in this stadium," and I just remember noise, people. I remember getting into the stadium, and where we were actually sat, we were sat in the clock stand, right? So I was sat in the clock stand. I'll have only been 6 or 7, right? Sat in the clock stand. And all I remember all game was just watching the paddocks below us and watching the Roker end where all the mags were and how they were just shouting and screaming at each other. And then I loved it. I was like, oh, I love this. This is mental.
Yeah.
This is
That's
absolutely
what I likes more, really, when we go there's
mental.
More for the crowd and the stuff in the games almost.
The match itself, it was 0-0. It wasn't even a good game. That was my first game. And that was me ever since. Every Saturday. This is weird how, like my brother, O'Brien, this is how weird it is. I went every single Saturday with my dad, my granddad, my uncle, my cousin. We all went. And O'Brien used to go flipping shopping with my mum. How mad. It's nuts, isn't it?
That's what he wanted to do. He got all the treats and that.
Well, he did. That's what he said. He says, I always got a little toy and I always got to get something nice to eat on a Saturday. I was like, you're mad. But don't get us wrong, he did end up starting going to the games, but it was mainly me with me dad, me granddad, me uncle, me cousin going to the matches, and that'll have been
Class, man.
since
That's what it's
80,
all about. Memories,
85,
innit?
86, something like that. And that's how it
Yeah, I think
all started for
early
me.
80s for me. I couldn't tell you the first match. I think I was too little.
Uh-huh.
But my dad used to take us to the odd match. I remember seeing, I think back then, Villa were top of the league, so it might have been 80,
Wow.
81.
So where were you? Where predominantly would you be in Roker Park? Where would you have been?
When my dad took us when we were little, we were in the like the clock stand seats.
Clock stand, yeah. Clock stand seats, yeah.
So I can't say like to the ends of the ground. You know what I mean? Close to where like the family corners would be now.
Yeah.
But obviously in the stand when we were little.
Uh-huh.
And then obviously you go with your dad and that for a bit, and then you start to go with your mates. I don't know if you ever started to go with your mates.
100%. 100%.
And then it was clock stand paddocks when you're young.
Uh-huh.
But the thing is, when it was standing, right, what people don't understand today is you go in and you get your seat. Back then, you would go in, and if there was like a noisy, rowdy group that you thought were class, you could just sort of wander over and get on the outskirts of it, couldn't you?
Uh-huh. Yeah, yeah.
And then like get joined in and stuff.
Aye.
You know what I mean? And you start to learn all the songs and stuff like that. And then I've been. I don't think there's a part of Roker Park I haven't been in.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the corporate bits I never
Well,
had in Roker Park. I had corporate, did it?
Will have done that. I think there was a little bit near the main stand where there was a bit of an area where the board were, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Because I remember we had same as you. I started out
boxes and that. Did they have boxes? I can't remember. So if anybody knows, just type it in the chat. I don't know if Roker Park ever had boxes. I can't recall ever seeing them.
Aye.
Like you say, you'll have had your executive seats where they'll have had a cushion on or something.
Yeah,
like
that'll have been it.
Padded seats. That'll have been it. Like,
listen, a couple of games. I mean, I don't know what games stand out for you. I remember as well one of the games when we played.
Yes, Chris, love that.
When we played Tottenham at home, and Gaza was playing for them, right? And I'll never forget it, right? I mean, Gaza was fantastic. We were in the main stand, so we did used to our season tickets at the beginning were clock stand, and then my dad was always when we granted, oh, we'll get some season tickets in the main stand. I was like, Jesus, we're going up in the world here. So we then got season tickets in the main stand. So we were always clock stand and main stand where we had our season tickets when I was a certain age.
Yeah.
And then I remember we played Tottenham in there. I can't even remember if it was the cup or if it was a league game.
And the old chants, singing in the clock, singing in the paddocks and all that. And singing
but I
in
just
the
remember Gaza getting abused off the Sunderland fans, banter-wise though, like, you know what I mean, banter. And he was giving it back and whatever. Yeah. And I can't remember if they hired a pie on or a hired a Snickers on or something, right?
Mars bar or something.
Why he just opened it up and ate it, but it was, and then he went over. And he went over to like stretch, but he stretched and he started sticking his arse out at all of the rare clock stand and all that. Honestly, he was brilliant, Gaza. And the other big one, and anybody of a certain age will remember this, was that night game against Coventry City where Gary Bennett and David Speed, it was unreal, wasn't it? That was unreal. I mean, that was, I think he got about 5 jobs off everybody in the paddocks, didn't he? They were just having a go at him. It was absolutely fantastic. They're little like standout moments that I remember. You know what I mean? Chris says he'll never forget the first time I seen a trough in Roker Park. Big blokes at the metal shite. I know.
Oh,
I mean, to be honest with you, when we were little, me, my brother, our Brian, and Peter, my cousin, right? We were little shits. We were in the clock stand. I've told you this story, Tony. So if anybody was a victim of this, I do apologise, right? But you could, at half time, you could actually see sometimes through like the gap at the top of the rear clock stand down to underneath where people were getting like the bovrils and this, that, and the other. By every now and again, we just used to tip a bit of bovril down the gap and you could see people getting hit on the head and everything, right? And honestly, the laughs we used to have doing that, I mean, we could have scolded them to death for all I know, but we were just little kids at the time thinking it was funny as out. But it was, listen, Roker Park days were absolutely tremendous. I love them, Tony.
Just to answer Porky's question, Burnley any good? I think everybody really expects Burnley to be in the bottom 3 this season.
Yeah.
And a lot of people expect that from us too. So this is like...
These
are supposed to be our level.
It's like an even game, Porky.
At their place. First game of the season, so they'll be up for it very much like the Sunderland fans were last week.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good test. I mean, if we come out of this with a win, then you're starting to look up a little bit, I think.
I think this is going to be a tough game. It's definitely going to be a tough
I think
game.
it's going to be a very tough game, and there's going to be very few chances.
It's a tight pitch, everyone. It's like it's one of the oldest grounds, to be honest with you. It's one of the oldest grounds. Turf Moor. It's one of the oldest grounds in the English Football League. I think their fans will be well up for it. It's the first season back again into the Premier League at home. Looks as though the weather might be nice down there, so all of Burnley will be well and truly up for it. However, our away fans are second to none. So we will be making a lot of noise down there as well, and optimism is high. However...
Can I just say, I know why Chris is in this chat, because he's waiting for some of the rage, like that Destiny moment, where there was 10 of the cunts, and he's just going to have a little clip. So he'll be waiting for you to be raging if something goes wrong. Chris will be loving it.
Chris, listen, at some point that is definitely going to occur. Whether it's this week, whether it's in the first 5 minutes, or I wait the last 10 minutes when we're doing something crazy. But listen, chat, I'm a passionate lad, and I'm going to be honest with you. So anybody who's in here, any new viewers, people lurking, etc., when you get to know who I am, I will mourn, because that's just the way I get through things. I mourn sometimes, right? I'm not a dour, negative person. I'm passionate, and I want the best out of people. But sometimes I do mourn.
Very negative chat sometimes.
I do mourn and I do shout, so I do apologise for that. But you know what I see it as? Passion. If you haven't got passion, then you can piss off. That's all I can say. You've got to have passion. Passion.
No, you have to.
Passion.
I think the people around me are pleased I'm not going to the match anymore.
Yeah, Stu's in the chat. Stu, how are you doing? Some of us know exactly who you are, mate. Yes, Stu. Love it, man. Love it. You know, Stu, some would say I'm my father's son. You know what I mean? Some would say. But
with a little extra.
With a little extra. The thing is, though, Tony, you should have seen me dad at my age.
Well, yes, there is that. Yes.
Do you know what I mean? So he mellowed a bit by then. You know what I mean? Bring it on, Stu.
Score prediction in the chat.
Well, yeah, let's do that then. Before this game starts we've got 15 minutes to go. Just over 15 minutes to go, chat. Just over 15
If anybody gets the score, bang on, free pint. There you go.
So,
but not from me, though, and he'll never see us.
Ben Waring, where can you watch the game? I'm not too sure, Ben, to be honest with you. I'm not too sure. Right. Predictions, everyone. What is everybody's predictions for today's game? Get them in there, and let's see if you're right.
Go with mine?
Tony, you can go with yours to start off with. Let's do it.
All right. I think old Sunderland, without Jacker and stuff, I fully expected Sunderland to go out after last week and after the Lord Mayor show and put on a terror show today and get about 2-0. That's honestly, but I've got to get rid of these old scars from being a Sunderland fan for so long. And you've got to judge this team. Now, I think with Xhaka leading it, I think the midfield's dynamism is epic so far. So, epic?
Epic.
Well, if you look at what they did last week in terms of running on the pitch, we had 3 of the top 5 in the Premier League for distance covered. I think that's incredible. And then the other one was the left back. So I'm going to go for a Sunderland win, and I'm going to go 1-0 to Sunderland.
1-0, Tony. A tight 1-0, or would you say...
Yeah.
Right, a tight 1-0.
I think it's going to be tight. I don't think Burnley are a pushover that some people think they might be.
Stu's got 2-0 to Sunderland, and Chris has got 3-1 to Sunderland. Wizards back at the top of the league. Do you know what, right? I would love a comfortable 3-1 win, or even a 3-0 win. I would love nothing more than that.
Listen,
my old scars are coming into play exactly like Tony. And this is something you need to dispel from the club. And this is where you need something just to turn around and get rid of all of this old, as Sunderland fans, it's the hope that kills you, and all of this type of stuff. We need to put all of that to bed. We should go down here today and we should put on a professional, organised performance and come away doing the business. And I'm going to give my prediction here, and I'm going to say it may well be 2-0 Sunderland win and a solid performance. That's what I'm hoping
Scorers?
for. Nick Nack, welcome in.
What's everyone going with scorers? Hey, Nick Nack.
Well,
Stu, who's your scorers? Chris, who's your scorers?
You've got to...
You've scorers.
You've got to say, because it's the striker, you've got to say Mayenda, right? However, I wouldn't put it past any of our centre-halves, again, getting any goals from
Ballard,
set pieces.
Big Dan Ballard.
Yeah. You cannot... It seems to be a bit of a trend at the minute. You know, some of our centre-halves are coming up big time with goals. So, let's see. However, listen, I'm interested to know if there's any Burnley fans in the chat. If there's any Burnley fans in the chat, what are your thoughts about the game? Because I know we're giving it a little bit of a red and white, rose-tinted glasses look here. And you always need a dance partner. And I want to know what sort of dance Burnley turning up with today. I want to know. I want to know what...
Well, I think Burnley are going for it. They're not going 5 at the back.
Well,
I think they're going to be
let's have a look.
4-3-3.
If you give me a second, I'm going to see if I can bring up Burnley's team for you to look at. Because to be honest with you, there's a few.
I think Kyle Walker may actually just be a right back today because they've been using him on the right side of a back 3.
Yeah.
Because he doesn't quite have the pace he did have. Now, he's still obviously very experienced, but it'll be interesting him against the Dingo.
Well, there's Burnley's team. So you got Dubravka in goal and Mag. He's going to get tortured, by the way, when he's at the Sunderland end.
Yeah.
He's under pressure. So again, that seems as though that might be a little like not 1-0 Sunderland, because again, another story, chat. Sunderland played Huddersfield away, and there was a certain, you know him, Tony. There was a certain, oh man, Jesus, what's he called again? He's the goalkeeper, Tony. Newcastle's ex-keeper, man.
Oh, Steve Harper.
Steve Harper, man. Why wouldn't Steve Harper's name get... Anyway, Steve Harper was on loan from Newcastle at Huddersfield. We went down, I'll never forget it, we went down on a Wednesday night, or a Tuesday. It was either a Tuesday or Wednesday night away game. Sunderland had the whole, and I mean the whole of Huddersfield's, one of their ends took up. And that lad got tortured, and I've never seen such a nervous performance from a goalkeeper in all my life. He didn't want to turn round and get the ball when it went out to play. You know, like when goalies go and get the ball. He didn't want to turn and face the Sunderland fans. He was getting the ball boy to do anything. So I do know how it can affect people as well, you know, because we're humans at the end of the day. And if we can get 5,000, 4,000, whatever we've got contingent down there at their goalie, you never know. But I do think
the Sunderland fans are always good value.
But I wonder, I mean, like you say, how...
That Estev, or as I like to call him, Steve, he's a very good defender, him, the centre-half. So that's going to be a good battle for my ender.
Yeah.
That Cullen, I think a lot goes through Cullen for Burnley.
Hannibal's a bit of a funny one, isn't he?
Good championship player for me. I don't know. Maybe he might prove us wrong, but he's quite hot-headed as well, isn't he?
Nick Nack says, I have literally no idea what you guys are talking about, but I'm here to support the lads.
Nick Nack, don't you worry about that.
But that's what we're doing. We're waffling. We're waffling as if we're the highly paid pundits, which we are, by the way.
Ask what's better, ice cream or biscuits? We'll answer them questions too.
But listen, chat, that's the Burnley lineup and their subs there. Now, obviously,
anybody in chat, if Sunderland fans, are you worried about anybody in that team? Does anybody jump out at you and go, they're going to be a threat? Or are you like, I think we can cope with that?
Well,
want to watch for them?
Again, I would love to get some perspective if there was some Burnley lads in here, just to let us know what your thoughts are, who you're expecting.
Who the threats are.
Yeah, what's your threat? What positives did you take away from last week? You know, all of that type of stuff. But for us Sunderland fans, we just riding on the back of the whole of the summer we've had. Well, I mean...
But can I just say on that, Gary, that's very important. Sunderland
momentum.
Is a juggernaut. And if you get that momentum going in the right direction, it's very difficult to stop.
It is.
So if we get another win today, we've had a positive summer, that with the playoff win and the semi-final, the last-minute wins until the end, everyone's buzzing, bursting the stadium. I mean, if you think you've been to the last 3 games you've been to, in a row are probably the best 3 games for Sunderland to ever go to.
I don't think I
Unless
have
when
ever
they were winning
You're
championships.
100% there. You know, you have your one-off games where you go, that was amazing, right? And then next week it's followed up by like 3 games back to back now. I know there was a space of time between the end of the season and now, but you're talking from that playoff semi-final game at the Stadium of Light, then led into the playoff final at Wembley.
126th minute winner or something, wasn't it?
And then you lead into that opening game from the season. If that doesn't get you, you know, full of passion and full of like you say, the momentum. They're 3 games. I don't think you'll ever have a hat-trick
behind that club.
It was unreal. And you know what, right? And I will speak out here. Me and Tony have been very critical of the board. We have been.
Yes,
and can I say something?
super critical.
And can I tell you something though, right? I think it's been justified as and when. Now you can only, it's like having a kid, you know what I mean? You tell them off when they're good, you tell them off when they're naughty, and you praise them when they're good. Fair enough, great. And I'm exactly the same with Sunderland. And I'm not a type of fan who will shy away from going, no, I thought that was crap. I don't wear rose-tinted glasses. I see it how I feel as though I see it. And I thought it was justified, some of the decisions they made. However...
Oh, they made some poor ones. I mean, Bale, nobody thought that was good.
Well, again, Bale, and I don't even want to go talk about the Newcastle debacle because that still haunts me to this day. And that's still like, you slept with my mate there. You know what I mean? And don't think I haven't forgot about that type of thing. You know what I mean? I haven't forgot about that.
Let's not get into that on it
either. But anyway, we're not getting into that either, right? But what they've done over the course of last season and this season, and I'm talking on and off the pitch, mind, as well, they're looking like a top club. We're looking like a top club and they're making good signings behind the scenes and on the pitch.
All looks quite organised and scary.
It does,
we never have
you know
this.
what? We never have it. And I'm like... And again, I wish my dad was here to have a bit of crack with because he used to absolutely slate them for not being professional, you know, the club. And I would love to have had a bit of crack to find his perspective of what he thought with it. But what do you think, guys? What do you think about the club? And I'll tell you what I think is sailing in the right direction, and it's brilliant at the minute, is their media team is the best in the land, like, at the minute, Sunderland's.
Oh, it's knocking it out the park.
What they're doing now with social media is unreal. So whoever's leading that, whoever's fronting it, listen, you want a massive pat on the back because I'm telling you now, you're a big cog in the wheel because if you get that right, that creates optimism and it creates interest and intrigue and people wanting to follow it up. It's brilliant.
It's David Bruce, right? Mm-hmm. He's the bloke coming from America, but he's a Sunderland lad.
Yeah.
Now, if anybody wants to listen to him, he's on a podcast called Leaders Worth Knowing. If you look that up, they do an hour-long interview with him. And he talks through the strategy, and there's 3 main goals. It's like the fans, the merchandise, and recruiting overseas and stuff, and trying to pick up fans and stuff. And he goes through bringing in the kit, making sure it's got connection to the fans, trying to make the fans' day experience better. Get back lost fans from those years in the wilderness where they might become Newcastle fans and trying to win them back. It's a really, really good listen. If anybody wants to listen to that, I'll put it in the chat. Leaders worth knowing.
Welcome in.
What will keep Sunderland in the Premier League? David Bruce. It's an hour-long chat or 40 minutes chat. Mm-hmm. But it was really interesting, Gary. I think you'll enjoy it because it gives you a bit of insight. And obviously with business and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Do you know what? Modern... That sort of stuff and getting staff...
Modern day now, and this has been a good for the world and bad for the world, but it's a fact. It's massive. Social media is king for everything that goes on now. It's just what people look at the minute they open their eyes. The minute you open your eyes, you're on it straight away. And Sunderland have got it right at the minute. It's been unreal there. Their whole social media and marketing, digital media side of things. I think I'm biased because I see it every day. That's probably why it's on my algorithm. It's unreal. And I must say a big congratulations.
Running a dungeon.
I know. That's unreal, that one. The Belter would grind them all day long, wouldn't he?
No,
he'd grind them all day long.
He's still on it, Chris, I know.
I know. Exactly. Listen, the Belter has got an open invitation. I've already spoken to him as well on WhatsApp. He is on the list whenever he's free. And when I get the setup that I'm looking to get set up, which will not take long, by the way, we will be hosting some great days. Some great days with some good guests. And honestly, chat, everybody who's watching and some new people that we hope to build up, I think you'll love it because the banter will be really good. It'll be really good.
Class ones,
and it'll be more, it'll not be vertical like this. It will be horizontal once I get my studio that I'm working on set up for everybody to be in.
Jesus.
We're going for it, lads. Listen, we're going for it. We are going for it big time. So yeah, it'll be good fun. We want characters and we want people's different perspectives to come in because that's what makes football interesting is everybody's different opinions. Everybody's different opinions. Now,
absolutely.
Tone, are you going to stay in the Discord to watch? Are you going? What you doing? What's your thoughts?
I'll jump out the Discord. I'll be on the stream. I'll put some stuff in there.
Okay.
And I'll join back at the end of the game.
Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Bang.
See you all soon.
Take it easy.
How are we in the lads?
Exactly. Come on. Oh, Belter 2, Jam 8 is under 2. Siler, I'm a human climbing frame. Chris, I know, been there. Listen, it's hard work when the young'uns like that. However, there's certain people juggle things and manage to still do it. And I seem to have gotten away with it, which I'm quite fortunate. Quite fortunate. But anyway, right, so yep, kickoff is looming. We're nearly there. It's about to kick off. What time we on? We've got about 3 minutes to kick off. I'm just hoping for a performance. I'm hoping for a decent performance. Let's see if we can carry on that fantastic feel-good vibe into this game here. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed that crack with Tony. What an absolute legend. Loves his club. He does like a stat and some facts, etc. So you will be getting lots of them during the course of the season and over the winter nights and over the dark days that are going to kick in where we've got nothing to do with it to tune in here. You know what I mean? So, yeah. What was the score on early kickoff, Gary? Tottenham turned over Man City, Siler. 2-0. It was an absolutely amazing performance from Tottenham, to be honest. I didn't have any commentary on. Sometimes I like to watch football without commentary, so you're not like brainwashed, to be honest with you, with regards to like what they thinking is happening on the pitch, and you form your own judgment up. But to be honest with you, I thought Tottenham had the right game plan against Man City. I thought they pressed them well, put them under pressure, and some absolute howlers from Man City. A couple of gifted goals. It was brilliant. I love it. I'm not saying I dislike Man City. It's just I don't like the Pep style of football. It's very boring. You know what I mean? Do we get any Gary commentary when the game is on? Yeah, you'll get my views of the game. I'll not be doing he's passed to him or that's passed to that or anything like that because I'll not be getting that myself. I'll just be giving you some thoughts on what I think, how they think the game's going. But listen, this will be tough. This will be a tough game. I agree, Silo. I do. I think they're boring. I do. When I say boring, they're very successful. Don't get us wrong. They've won all sorts. They've won the lot. But that doesn't necessarily say I like to watch them play football. I totally respect what he's done. I totally respect what Pep's done. He's amazing, top quality, effective. But from my eyes, watching, I don't like it. I don't like that style. There's other teams who I would much rather watch over than Man City. But Man City, undeniably, over those seasons, they've been a juggernaut of a team. And he needed that little jigsaw, that final piece, didn't he, Pep? He needed that Champions League, and he's got it. So, fair dues, congratulations. Yeah. But anyway, we nearly live, chat. We nearly live. give me a second. I'm just going to get some bits and pieces for the stream up. Oh, come on, man. Here we go. We're live. See if I can get some of these overlays up. What's happening here? There. There. There we go. Hopefully, let me check. There we are. We're away. Look at that magic, man. We've got the flipping score on there as well. Right, what have I missed? See that lad we are linked to at Leicester? Scored a belter today. Get him in. Alderete first touch, Cruyff turn in his own 18-yard box, legend. Well, here we go straight away. Offside. Looks as though we're going to have a nice little attack there. Transfer a day keeps the championship at bay. I love that one. Just on YouTube at the minute, Chris. Shooter! And it's live. We are live. Where? Come on, man. There we are. I think this stream and a multi-stream on TikTok as well might help you really go on. Porky, that's a good idea. I think what I might do, to be honest with you, again, it's not going to be here where I do my gaming normally, but for the short term, until I get things sorted out, it will be. Yes, Silent, we're wearing the new black away kit, which is what I'm modelling today. Obviously, I've sold loads of shirts for the club. When they see me wearing it, they're like, where's that from? Like, you know where you can get it from. Now, that's a major chance there. That's what worries me. That is what worries me there. That's what worries me with Sunderland. Meander. I like Meander, but he's not prolific. This should be 1-0. He's missed a tap in. He's honestly missed a tap in. You can't be missing them. That's not good enough. You cannot miss them, to be honest with you. That is... Oh, Ballard's down injured. You cannot miss that, to be honest with you. You cannot miss that. That is like... You're talking, he's just at the edge of the 6-yard box, literally the edge of it with a tap in it's his right foot, by the way. He's all left-footed, and he's missed it. You cannot miss that, man. That should be 1-0 Sunderland. And these are the things that come back and bite you. Poor, Chris. It was poor. I'm going to have a streaming set up on Wales. Whale over by the couch. No, Porky, I'm just taking me time. I've got some... at work, I've got my own office, and to be honest with you, it's a blank canvas. I'm going to change it. I'm going to change it around, and I'm going to do it there. I'm still disappointed there, like that. Nah, jeez, man. I know it's early in the season, but this is a must-win. I think he's pulled his groin, you know, Ballard. I think Ballard could be out here. I can't believe that. I think he's pulled his it's either his groin or his hammy or his quads. I think he's going to go off here, you know. Yep, Sale's coming on. That's a major blow, that, you know. That's a major blow. He's trying to stretch it out, like, but I think he's ghost. I know for a fact he'll want to stop on because he's that type of lad. But I think he's knackered here, like. Yeah, say you know what you're doing. I think Sale's coming on. The way they're prepping him here. I think he's coming on. That's a big... It's a big blow for us, to be honest with you. But never mind. Yeah, I agree there, Chris. If it's his hammy, he's either off now or in 10. If it is his hamstring... Go on, Mienda. Go on. Make up for it, son. He's tackling them all on. He thinks he's Maradona. See, this was my only concern with Mienda up front, to be honest with you. He's not prolific. He's not like a... He doesn't bang them in. He's not like like bang 1-0. You know, in. He seems to be a scorer of great goals. And not like a bread and butter. Or a fox in the box. Camped out on the box at the minute. Burnley pressing a little bit. We're working hard. It's definitely the game plan for the counter, this, like. Definitely. Off this game, but I did say last night Spurs would win. And Spurs did deserve it as well, by the way, you know. We've just been chatting about that. I'm pretty pleased. Not yet, but she will be. I don't know. Was Ballard in a sin bin there? Stupid ref. He's gone back off, man. He shouldn't have even tried to come on there. Well, that's a blow. 10 minutes in nearly, and that's a bit of a blow, to be honest with you. Richarlison got his mojo back. He did. He looked good, didn't he? He's a strange player, that lad, isn't he? He looks as though he's tapped, though. Him like Chris. He looks mental. The one thing I would say about our midfield is they do work hard. Like, there's a lot of energy in it. Sale worries. Belter, Chris, he does. He's not the rare. Hold on a second. I can take my headphones off now. I'm going to put my goggles on. Yeah. The only thing with me, Chris, is I think there's mistakes in him. Never a foul. Actually, I'm putting these back on so I can hear myself speak. Well, 10 minutes gone. Sunderland's had the real big chance of the game, which should have been 1-0 up, to be honest with you. And then the major news, Dan Ballard has gone off injured by what looks like pulled muscle in either his thigh or his groin. This is sloppy. Goal kick. Take that. We'll take that. Thoughts, everyone? What's your thoughts on this? You know what? I like that. The two wingers were over on the same wing there. Listen, there's also as well 2-1 shooter you've got for Sunderland winning. I'd like to say that. We've started well, Chris. We have Ballard, a big loss. 100% big loss. I love everyone with their hands out wide to the ref. Like, what? Get out of there. To be honest with you, I think it was a foul. I don't think he won the ball at all there. Late. Text coming through. Like, Ballard is super injury prone. The sooner we bring in that other defender, the better, he's saying. I know that's not on chat there, but that's from another Sunderland fan. What's your thoughts on that? He is a little bit injury prone. Good player. But recently he's spent a lot of times on the rare. Corner, Burnley. Just need to slow it down a bit, don't we? Just to get back a little bit of a footing back into the game. And that's what that's there is what you need from your keeper. Just coming to get the corner. Then a shit kick. Never mind. Whoop. Mistake from Burnley. Come on. He's in. Oh! Talby with a chance there, mind. Lovely little through ball from a Dingra. Little bit of a reverse pass. Puts him in. And he's just tried to dink it over him. It's just gone wide from the far post. That's unlucky, that. That's unlucky. Listen, Sunderland's had both of the big chances in the game at the minute. We do look dangerous on that counter. And Burnley there, what they're just shown, there's mistakes. It's coming from mistakes. And that's what bites you in the Premier League. Mistakes. And that's what we've got to make sure we don't gift anything. To be honest with you, Xhaka at the minute hasn't started well. Give the ball away earlier on there. He needs to just get into it, get the lads settled down, get us playing. %, Chris. I think this is good for Sale. You know, I think he needs a few touches on the ball. Needs a few touches on the ball just to get him into the game. Coming on early sometimes weird, isn't it? Because you're mentally not ready for it. I know you should be prepared, ready to come on, but sometimes when there's such an injury earlier on, you prepared in your mind, you're sub, and you're thinking, well, am I going to come on? If I do come on, it'll be the last 20 or so. And then to come on so early, without having to have a warm-up up and down the rear sideline as well to get yourself ready, it could sometimes backfire. Just need to get him a couple of touches on the ball. What a ball by Sale, by the way. There you are. Couple of touches. Yeah, knocking the ball around a bit, eh? Now we've got a bit of possession. And then you do that. What do you... I'm just singing his praises for a great ball there, and I just don't understand why he hasn't played it into his feet. I don't know why he did that. Kicked it straight out of play. I'm still railing off that my ender chance, you know, to be honest with you. He needs to score that, like. He's offside there as well. Lazy! Got it. Basics, man. Thing about footy, maintaining possession is key, but it's also not as exciting as maintaining possession on the ice. Porky, love it. And a few scraps thrown in. Getting beat 1-0. That's what I'm talking about. That's exactly what I'm talking about mistakes. I don't know what Trey Hume was thinking with that stupid little pass there. The only thing is, will it get checked by VAR? Because it looked like a foul, but that's the difference. It's getting checked by VAR. Let's see what gets given. But again, yeah. I think it could be a goal. I don't know. But hey, what are we doing here? This is to think he can have a touch like that there is insane. That's soft. That's soft. That's weak as piss. Weak as piss. Weak as piss, to be honest with you. Not up. Oh, hold on a second. Has it been disallowed? I don't even think that was a foul. Who got the yellow cards there, to be honest with you? Who got the yellow cards? So he shoved him. He shoved him back. He's turned around. He's pushed him and slapped him. Oh, look at him waving. He's barely touched your face, man. Massively got away with it there. And that's poor defending. Poor defending. Happy slap, that's what it was. Lovely to see you. Wasn't it? This could be a yellow card for him now. Ronaldo giving the big licks. He says, no, I don't want your hand. Listen, I mean, what's your thoughts, everyone, on that? On their disallowed goal? Haven't seen the replay there, missed it. Happy slap. I love that one, shooter. That happy slap's class. Happy slap. Seconds. Oh, it's a foul. A foul? Oh, he's megged him. If he's gone down there without any real contact, that's disappointing because that's a good opportunity, that. Get Hannibal Lecter off the field, Porky says. Whoop. See, this is what we've got to put pressure on them there. No VAR, that goal would have stood. Soon be a no contact game. Ian, it's a goal. And it's soft, isn't it? You'd be disappointed if that was against you. Like, if that was Sunderland and we scored and got disallowed, you'd be up in arms. Because for me, he was soft on the ball there, like. Well played. That's better. Some good football there. Now, it's a big season for Trey Hume, you like. I think. Can he make that step up? Because he's another one who's come through the ranks for Sunderland. Can he make the step up? And he had a steady game last Saturday, to be honest with you. Wasn't his traditional, like, self. He just kept himself out of trouble. Looked after the ball a bit. Wait, turn that down, sweetheart. Like, right down. Come on. Dinger against Walker. That'll be a good battle today, to be honest with you. Tell you what, we're asking questions. We're knocking on the door, chat. We are knocking on the door. But at the minute, nobody's answering. Keeping the ball well. Burnley happy to just let us have it. And then I think they're looking to counter as well, to be honest. It's two teams that were looking to counter each other. How are we options? Get us up. That's it. Oof. Oh. Listen, Sunderland's had a good 5 minutes here. We've had a good 5 minutes here knocking this ball around. Jackie! It needed to be a little bit quicker to him there, like. Give him it back. Listen, that's a decent spell of football there from Sunderland. We're looking a little bit dangerous there. Looked a little bit dangerous there. Kept the ball well, knocking the ball around, trying to create a bit of space. Well up, lad. 100% Porky. We just need to, like you say, while we're on top here, if we can just, I mean, again, I'm not harping on again, but that should be 1-0. I know they've had one ruled out, but we should have been. Got to stop this diving, though. Get in! Hume. Need the end product, Ian, you're right. You need the end product. See if there's any, what's going on Twitter, what people are saying on Twitter. X, I should say, not Twitter. Jesus. Somebody said, I'm creased at sealed. Getting rid of the ball at 0.4 business seconds after getting it every time. He looks terrified, bless him. I think he needs to get into the game, as I said. That was a decent ball in from there, like. I'm going to say this at the minute. Sunderland have been the better team. That's a bad idea. So far, we have totally had the rub of the green from VAR. We have in nearly every competition we've played in at the minute. Playoff final as well, Chris. See, for me, this could well be tactics, to be honest with you, but I do think it's a little bit my ender as well. But I'd love to see my ender just put a bit more effort and work rate in up front, you know. Sometimes I think he's on his heels just a little bit. Great turn, that, like. Poor Porky, that header. Poor. A ball! Well, other than the ball in the back of the net from Burnley, I haven't really created much. Movement, Meander, movement. Oh, man, it's too easy. Up there, just static. It's got to be moving on the back line in and amongst them, giving them something to think about. What do we think of the new black top, though? What do you think of the new black top? What do you think is the kit? Mickey says, my prediction of 0-0 looking good, and I would take it. You'd take a point. Of course you would take a point. 4 from 2. Great. Let's get 3, though. Looks clean, Porky. It's all right, isn't it? Bad ball. To be honest, it was a bad ball to him. Right, this is where we should be higher up, I think, you know, putting pressure on these. As if to say, come on then, play out from the back. Smart, Chris. It is smart. For some reason, I thought we might have played in the rare blue one today with black being... But no. Half an hour gone then. 0-0. That a dinger is. Just got to be careful on a yellow. Nothing silly. Tackle. Quality that. Quality. Great tackle. Yeah. Goal kick. Well done, son. Go on. Got to get a shot away. Have to. Chance there, you know. Chance. Just couldn't get it. Couldn't get it out of them. Oh, he does tend to have... Handball. Come on. Early to him. Early to him. That's it. Bit quicker, lads. Bit quicker. Just needs to be a little bit sharper. That's it. See, that run created that. We definitely looking to get balls in the box here, like. It was a great tackle, wasn't it, Ian? Waited too long, Chris, 100%. Waited too long. That's it. That's it. Just passel. See, he worries me. He's sealed. That lad's up for it, like. Number 9. That's the only thing I think we missing personally. It's just a little bit of a figurehead up front. I know we've got my end there, but will he really hold it up for you? He's want to turn. Take that. A little bit of a chance there for Burnley. Overhit cross though. Down the right. Out of play for a throw in to Sunderland. I let it bounce there. You cannot let that. Cannot let that bounce. Porky, I'm so far behind. I know what's happened from you before I even seen it. Ray, thank you. Ray's just brought me over, and this is not sponsored, by the way. A nice Kinder Milk Slice. You brought it over ages ago, didn't you? Ooh. Chris, we're 100% better team. Sealed weakest link. He's got my ass nipping. He's definitely the weak link. See, if Beth was here, I'd ask her for a cuppa. It'd be cheeky, but... Ten minutes to go. Would you take 0-0 half time? Not my favourite Kinder chocolate bar, that, but it'll do. He's the break. Got to get him. Yeah, chances, man. Kinder Bueno is right. I'd have a Kinder. I'd much prefer one of them, Porky. The only reason I've got that, to be honest with you, is because she doesn't like them. Is that right, Ray? Exactly. She wouldn't have just come over and went, Dad, you want a kid? Nah. I got that because she didn't like it. It's just fizzling a bit. Chat, isn't it? It's just fizzling a little bit, the game. And he cannot have that time. Well done, Jacker. Covering. Well done. Well done. Well done. Sunderland's on the counter. Ball in the box. We kind of get it past that first man at the minute. Great ball. Well done. Good positioning. Porky, I'm the same. I mop up everything that everybody else doesn't like. You diving little. Miende, through. Oh, come on, son, man. That's weak. His touch took him way out wide. Get up. See, this is where Miende needs to be on his toes. Every ball in the box, overhit, crossing it. Get one or two driven low, see what comes of it. Definitely. And to be honest with you, the lads who were coming on the end of it, I know Miende scored a great goal last week with his head. He's not known to be a header of a ball as well. Thank you. Will at halftime. What is it? A coaster. Chat. Ray's just brought over this lovely little rock coaster she made this morning to put me cup of tea on. What do you think of that? Eh? What do you think, Ray? She's bringing us some more stuff. Bezza! Nice top Gaza. That's the one I'm after when I get back. It's a beauty. Bez. It's a beauty. Oh, that's good, Ray. Here's another one she's made. She's into making rocks and that at the minute. Talk Sport just said the front three for Sunderland ain't flowing like last week. Sloppy would look the better team. I would agree with that. Chance. Chance. Oh. Chance there from Xhaka. I mean, probably expect him to do a little bit better than that. He seems to have pulled it a bit. They're always a little bit hard, them ones coming across you, to be honest with you. When it comes across you and you're trying to get a bit of power on it. It's 0-0, knick-knack, Burnley 0, Sunderland 0. Few more, we're around about the 40, coming into the 43rd minute, 42nd. Get up, son. Hasn't been the most, like, attractive game of football, but up to now, Sunderland have had the better chances. Burnley, however, though, just still sitting in that game. A bigger. I'm pointing because you don't know what I'm pointing at, but Sealed, he just needs to do, it just needs to be better in what he does. Quality, quicker. Keep the ball. Keep it. That's it. Do you know what? I'm not too disappointed with that. Trying to get the ball in the box. Obviously, the quality of it needs to be a little bit better, but you've got to be gambling that he's going to be trying to whip that in. See, this is where we need to do. We need to put these under pressure, doing exactly that when they're trying to play out from the back. That's exactly what we need to do. They're getting out now, but What's the halftime beverage of choice, guys? Well, if it had been a little bit later, an alcoholic one, more than likely, shooter. But seeing as though I've got a few places to go after the game, it may well be a cup of tea. However, during the winter, it will be Bovril. Hardcore football drink. I'm betting a cuppa, shooter. What do you think? Are Burnley ever involved in exciting games? No. They're very, very methodical, aren't they? Scott Parker's got them up, set up. Methodical. To be honest, Sunderland are pressing a little bit. We're trying to make something of the game here, and I think Burnley are sitting in nice. We've got to stop doing that switch. Not executing that well at all, like. A goal A would be fantastic. A goal A would be amazing. See, people in the box. People in the box. We've only got one in the box there. It took too long. Bovril, you've never tried a Bovril shooter. No way. Home games, I take a flask. During the winter, not during the summer, but home games, flask of Bovril. Not a really big drinker at the games, to be honest, shooter. Keeper. We'll have that. About 3 minutes left in the first half. There's Xhaka Limpton now. I think we're just playing it out here. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that either. Miende! That's what I'm on about, son. You've got to be ready for it, fella. As a forward, you need to be first to that ball, son. You've got to hold it up. You've got to get into the game for us. You've got to hold it up for us, son. You can't let that centre-half be first all of the time, man. Come on. Just basics from a forward. This would be criminal here, like. Sailed. Sailed! We're absolutely panicking here at the end of this first half. I'd probably take the whistle now, to be honest with you. Get this half over with. Blackie! Xhaka! Better half for Sunderland. They don't look like a real threat. I don't think anybody looks a threat at the minute, do they? Do we? I mean, I don't think... Second balls, man. Blow that whistle. Chance for Burnley right at the end of the half there. Wow. Maybe he should have done a lot better than that. Was that the last kick of the game as well for the first half? It was. That was it. was the end of the first half there. Well, half time, 0-0. What's your thoughts on that, everyone? What are your thoughts on that? To be honest with you, I think Sunderland had the better chances. Hello from Lanzarote. Blackie's in Lanzarote. Anybody fancy a half-time Grandmaster? Got a cheese spot. Oh, as expected, a close game. We have had the best chances. Got to take them. We have to. He has to take that, Tony. He had to take that chance, Meander. That's the sitter. That is a bad miss, by the way. There's no hiding from that fact, everyone. That was a bad miss, to be honest with you. Yep. Let's have a look. Let's read some Twitter quotes out to see what some crazy Raji people on Twitter have been saying. Jaden Anthony puts the header wide. Felt like Roof would have had that covered. Well, you got to put it on target to see if he would have. And breathe. Lots of chaos in that first half. Not a whole lot of quality. Probably correct. We had 2 huge chances through Meander and Talby. Then had to raise pressure with 10-9. I don't know what he means there due to injuries. Listen, we did have the better chances there. Cheese spots rule rarely work though. Half an hour of pure pain and then die from splash. Chris, you remember that time when I timed out and you got them spoils of doing the Grandmaster and you daren't tell us what role you got? Remember that? What did you get, Chris?
What were you thinking? What were you thinking then?
He's the bang. He's back in for half-time analysis. Should have scored at least one.
Gotta take that chance.
Yeah, I have to. And do you know what? That's my worry, Meander. Honestly, it is. I don't think he's a goal scorer.
He doesn't score them.
He scores worldies,
We have been the better team.
right? I think we've been the better team. We've controlled it better.
Looked a bit tired in spots though. I think that Diarra looks a bit more tired.
Well,
today.
Do you know what worries
Xhaka looks
me?
a bit tired.
Worries me that we'll make a mistake.
Yeah.
It's mistakes.
At this level. To be fair, I don't think Burnley don't seem to offer much. I think we're quite similar. I think we've got a bit of a better cutting edge than them. I think that Ronaldo is class. Like, I think he's superb. I thought Talby's chance was unlucky. There's actually a bit of spin. Just took that away and made it go wide.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. He did well there. Sunderland played a lovely reverse pass. Got him in. They did well. Snap Chris, 100%. That was like, I was absolutely fuming that night. Fuming when that happened.
Yeah, you got a god roll and all.
He got an absolute god roll.
He was too scared to mention it.
He wouldn't mention it, and he waited until I asked him, and then he went, "Oh, I got so and so, and I was like, "Fucking hell, man!" Oh,
no, but it's class that like.
Great, good times. But listen, that was that's how. Do you know
Where's
what?
the winner coming from here? Where's the winner
That
coming
half
from?
came-
Can we get a winner? Do we need a change?
Goals in the team chat. That was the only thing for me that I was a little bit like, where are the goals coming from? That there, you should be bursting the net. That should be 1-0. Sunderland's 1-0, and then controlling the game. Then you're controlling the game. You know what I mean? You're looking to play a certain way, then you're looking to hit them. You hit them because they're going to be pushing on.
Well, this is where we're looking for a Reggie Labrie to do his little tweaks, to change, see how it's going. You're looking to exploit.
Ian says they have to press quicker when playing out from the back. I hate when they just watch them play it out. Get right into them, force the mistakes. And that's what Tottenham did today, mind, with Man City. Got to be higher up the pitch. They've got to have confidence to do that press higher up the pitch. They have to.
I think Puradingra has been unlucky. I think he's had 2 men on him. Walker, there's that lad's coming up to help him all the time.
That Hannibal or the other lad as well.
Yeah, that Hannibal's an absolute knob. But there you go. There's some classic match analysis.
That's his role, though. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some teams need knobs, and he's the knob.
Well,
you watch Burnley snatch at last minute shooter says, you know what, right?
could happen. Could happen.
That's why you stay in the game. And to be honest with you, it's effective sometimes if you're in it. If you're still in the game.
Burnley are not risking a lot to get forward, are they? They're not leaving spaces at the back at all. They are like ready to drop into a 4-4-2 shape at all times. Do
you know what, Chris? So I agree there. Like, just watching that replay back, that was a soft, disallowed goal. I mean, that was soft.
Yeah, it was a bad foul. He's lucky to be on the pitch, and he's lucky he's not in jail.
Assault.
You know what I mean? You cannot have them type of tackles in the game, Chris. That way.
It was violent, wasn't it? It was pure violence, Tony. Wasn't it?
Vile. Anyway, what's the half-time scores in the rest of the Premier League games?
Well, let's say we'll have a look. We'll bring them up.
Ballard being injured's massive. Bournemouth have beaten Wolves 1-0. A goal from Marcus Taverna in the 4th minute. Brentford's beaten Villa. That's our next game, Brentford. That's a bit of an outlier. Dango Awatara. I don't know who that is. And that's the only other 2 games on.
Yeah.
Birmingham's beaten Oxford in the Championship. Coventry 5-0 up against QPR at half-time.
So I can get the scores on here.
Yeah, you'll get them. Borough winning away at Norwich 2-0. That'll be 3 in a row for Borough. They're going well.
But you know why? Because I think he doesn't play that tippy-tappy nonsense football.
Yeah, he's a decent
manager. You know what I mean? He knows he plays higher up the pitch and a bit more direct.
He's another one, Preston, that beat Ipswich. So I think Preston's won all their games so far. And also, Sheffield United are losing at home to Millwall. Sheffield United are rock bottom of the league, by the way. Talk about a sliding doors moment when Tommy Watson puts that goal away. They're now bottom of the Championship.
Right.
They sacked Wilder, didn't they?
Yeah, they sacked Wilder, which was
Here
mad.
we go. So, yeah, Premier League, as Tony said, full-time earlier on. The earlier kickoff was City 0, Tottenham 2. Bournemouth beating Wolves, as Tony said. Brentford beating Aston Villa. And everyone's starting to say, are Brentford going to be down there? You know what I mean? Brentford turning that around.
We've got them next week.
And then it's goalless with ourselves and Burnley. And then we've got the later kickoff Arsenal Leeds, which is an intriguing game, to be honest with you. I'm interested to see what happens there. Charlton getting beat off Leicester. Hull City getting beat off Blackburn. As Tony was saying, let's have a look. The interesting ones for me, Coventry 5. Coventry.
That's a shocker, that thing.
Is it their season, chat? Is it their season? We've also got Ipswich getting beat as well. Newly relegated team getting beat. Wrexham are 2-0 up against Wednesday. Now, to be honest with you, Wrexham need this result against an absolutely chaotic Sheffield Wednesday at the minute.
They need to get some points on the board, don't they?
They need to get going because once it's getting that monkey off your back.
As well, by the way.
Do you know what I mean?
They're basically buying Sunderland's old First Division team. They've bought, who do you call him? He used to play on the Broadhead.
Broadhead, yeah.
They've just bought Callum Doyle.
Mm-hmm.
They've got that awful Northern Irish lad.
McLean,
they've got him. They've got that George Dobson, yeah. Yeah, it was
Ian says, Tony, their whole team is 30 yards apart from the 18 and playing a high line.
Yeah, they are. But if you notice, they've got 2 banks very close together, so they're hard to beat and break down. We can get crosses in. But
definitely, Chris. Coventry,
those crosses, can you see us scoring from a cross?
I think they're set. I don't think we can.
Hello.
Hey, Dan. So, Dan, you watched that. What did what's your thoughts?
I thought it was a pretty comfortable first half.
Yeah.
I think my end has got to score that chance.
He's got to score that. He's got to score that, hasn't he? Has to.
Yeah, and then I think we've looked quite good.
Has to. Yeah, we've looked organised. They've looked organised. They've created their own. They've created their own problems sometimes with a little bit of a misplaced pass or a little bit of a bobble or you name it.
They do. I think if a goal's going to come, it's going to come from them playing out from the back.
Playing out from the back.
Catching them.
And that's what I've been saying. If we just be a little bit more braver of pressing them higher up in certain situations.
That's what I said to my dad. If we play a bit of a higher line every now and then, we catch them off.
Yeah.
But I think our back four look decent. Gutted that Ballard's injured. Hope it's not a bad one.
I know. I think he'll be out for a bit. He pulls his muscles, man. I think he's pulled something again. Shooter. Yeah, you keep like Porky right there. You keep him right. There's two teams in Sheffield. Porky, there is. It did look as though it was his hammy. Would love to see Stoke, Coventry, Portsmouth back up next season. Well, old school big teams, aren't there? That's the thing. You know.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of Stoke. Like,
to be honest with you, I think Coventry. I do think they might have it this season. I think I know what it was like when Sunderland didn't go up that season when we got beat off Charlton. We got beat off Charlton in the playoff final, and we went and we romped the league the following season. We romped it, and I think Coventry. There's similarities between us and Coventry in them that season. I think they're well up for it, and I think they could run away with the league. To be honest with you, this season, Coventry, I think they could. Yeah, I do.
Who are you putting your three to go up then in the Championship?
Oh, well, I think Coventry's a banker. I mean, to be honest with you, it needs to take shape. It needs to take shape a little bit. But you've got the newly promoted, the Leicesters, the Ipswiches. You know what I mean? Birmingham as well. You've got Wrexham. It's a tough league this season. But for me, do you know who else I wouldn't write out? Middlesbrough.
Who? Yeah, they're always in and around it, aren't they?
Wouldn't write Middlesbrough out. And do you know what? I would love nothing more, right, than Middlesbrough, Newcastle, Sunderland up in that Premier League again, just for the games. Now, I do know, and people will call us out here, I never really get excited for the Borough game as much as I get, like, the Mags games on another level. The Borough game, it's like, it's a bit of crack, bit of banter, but it doesn't, like, if we get beat, it doesn't sting. Like, it stings.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Against the Mags. So... But yeah, it'd be nice to get Borough up and at least have the three Northeast teams for the banter and the crack around the workplace would be good, wouldn't it? You know what I mean? That would be good. But hey, Sheffield United, wow.
Wow. Yeah, right, I'm giving you back to me dad now.
Wow. Well done, Dan. Catch you in a bit.
Sorry, guys. When an electrician says they're coming at 12:30 and they turn up during the match, outrageous.
It's just unprofessional, totally, innit? You know what I mean?
That's the way it's going. Young'uns, learn your lessons.
Anyway,
predictions second half before we get underway here.
Jesus, similar affair, but maybe Sunderland we might be a bit more higher up the pitch.
Goal either way, isn't this? I think it's tough to call. I think you're getting a goal either way. It could be Burnley, could be Sunderland.
At some point, Burnley
might be 0-0.
At some point, Burnley have to try and push up a bit further if they're adventurous. You know what I mean?
Or, yeah, they're the home team, but they haven't really come out at all, have they?
Is he? I mean, to be honest, I'm just looking at some stats here. 52% possession for Sunderland, 48 for Burnley. Yeah. So it's not as if like we're
all
massively...
the games we played in the middle of the park.
You know what I mean?
Had a little bit more in there off.
It's 100%. It's right. The main bulk of possession has been played right dead centre of the pitch. So it just shows you it's like nobody's really getting anywhere with it. You know what I mean?
Teams are cagey.
Nobody's really getting anywhere with it.
We'll see in the second half. I'm going to predict... As I'm going to stick with my first half prediction, we're going to win 1-0 with that odd goal.
Yeah. I hope so. I hope so. Listen, who's his first change going to be? If he's taking Meander off, right? Who's he bringing on? Is he bringing Isidore on? Or is he bringing Richard Gere on?
I think Isidore will get the winner here.
You think?
Come on, he makes them runs and he'll get in behind someone.
I'm just saying, Tony.
Fast.
What's your thoughts on Meander leading the line?
He doesn't really lead us, but I can see why you play him because he's dangerous and he's
dangerous on the turn. He's dangerous on the turn. But for me...
And he's had a couple of... He's had nobody. He's isolated again, Gary. He's isolated
Well, can I say something, though, Tony, right? And listen to us here, right? Having played up front and not a very tall lad myself as well, right? Playing against 6-footers. Help yourself out, though, by being first and make sure you're reading it and you're like, right, I'm first. And get a foul in. Get a foul. Just get in front of them quicker.
But the refs aren't giving them as much. Do you know what I mean? Do you not think? But I know what you mean. You've got to be a pest, and you've got to be.
Well, watch this second half here. Watch this second half here from a striker perspective, right? Him reading that second ball coming, he's a yard off it.
But the problem you've got is I've never seen this goo player.
Yeah.
Whatever you say, gooey. He's an unknown to us. Isidore does less sort of putting himself about than my end does.
I know. Yeah,
he's looking for them breaks. He's a different type of player.
We need that, though. We need a player who can do that, Tony. I think that's a little bit of a missing piece for us, you know that.
Yeah. Will he go 2 up top to try and beat them, guys? Will he dare that, or is he just going to do like-for-like swaps?
Well, I think from a statistical point of view, he will be happy with a point. I think Reggie.
Yeah, it's not bad. But I think if you win it...
You win it, it's a different... And do you know what, though? If you win it as well, think about the transfer window coming to a close. You know what I mean? It also... It just gives that little bit of like, look where we're at. Look at the points we've got on. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
The only problem with Dan Ballard getting injured is that's another 10 million on that Lukumi or whatever we're trying to say.
I know.
But right, here we go. So I'll join you at the end of the match. Is that all right?
Yeah, cool. We'll finish it off there.
Then.
Okay.
Come on, the lads.
Second half, ladies and gentlemen, is about to begin. Hopefully, we can see Sunderland there. Sunderland goal. Off we go. Come on, Tony. Bang. Shooter says. Regis won't go for it. He'll be happy with a point. Definitely. He is a more cautious manager, isn't he, Chris? Get it down. Get it down. Come on, get it down. Play some football, Sunderland. Need to get FIFA this year, Porky. Not played it since 23. I haven't played FIFA for a while. I did used to love playing FIFA. However, I was too embroiled in Ultimate Team and it cost me a fortune. So it was See, that's what I'm saying about mistakes. And it costs us far too much money, Shooter, so I don't play it anymore. However, I did used to love playing FIFA. I put a lot of hours into that game as well. These have started a little bit more brightly here. I know there's not a lot long gone. There's only been a minute and a half or something. Never played the console version, just the mobile. I wouldn't even know what that one's like. Do you know what, right? I'm not even really a mobile gamer. Need to wake up a bit here, like. He's clean through. 1-0. How much time did he have there, by the way? I told you we need to wake up. Yeah, that's criminal. Criminal. To start a game like that. And that was a trend last season, by the way. We used to come out half asleep. 1-0 Burnley. That's not good enough. Like, how much space did he have there? Nobody coming in to close him down. That's not good enough, that, like. But again, I'm going to go back to chances win your games, and he's fucking missed that chance early on. Me in there. That's Talby. Just let him go. Wandering back. Terrible that, like. That is a terrible goal to concede. So there you go. This is going to be a very difficult game here now because Burnley will well and truly sit in. Nah. You've just started the second half, man. Fucking fast asleep like that. What's VAR checking now? He's onside, surely. He's onside. He's got to be. We can't get away with another one, can we? Goal. Not switched on. Not switched on. You're right, Ian. Not switched on. I never get that when you come out and your players are not ready. Well, here we go then. Let's see what we made of coming from behind. Get up on these here, man. Pressure them. That was a foul, by the way. It was a foul 2 minutes before. Poor defending, Chris. Poor defending. That's frustrating. That is frustrating. %, Siler. And we've lost our threat as well, Ballard. Who likes to mix it on set pieces. Lost his threat now. This is where we need to be. On Sunderland. Come on, break! You read it in Siler's voice. Disappointed there, like. Disappointed. However, listen, you're always going to be getting these games where you're having to come from behind. We need to come from behind. Waste of a corner. Yep, the black cat. You know, they'll have been sat down, they'll be talking about the second half, about this, you know, and they go out and after a minute and a half concede. It's just... I'd find players that may, you know, if you concede after a minute of half time and not being switched on. Fined for that. Jesus. We're all over the shop. All over the shop here. At the minute, they're sharp at everything. That's there again is another typical meander. He had a Dingray running wide, probably open, and he had no idea he's there because his head's down, just wanting to do one thing. Their confidence is right up here. Their tails are right up at the minute. Right up. We need to settle this down again here and make sure we don't concede. Coming back from 2s is a mountain to climb. Well, to be honest though, this is where your manager, this is where you need your manager to make those decisions, Siler. what he's going to do. And they're stopping the game because the floodlights are flickering. Who gives a shit, man? Get it abandoned. Game hour. Xhaka needs to get a grip. Well, now's a chance, to be honest with you. %, Ian. I mean, to be honest, you probably kind of play with that. It's like a photograph being taken every 3 seconds. Opening the fridge door. What the hell? Why have them on, though? Do you need the floodlights on? I mean, that's just not track and runners, that, you know. That's lazy for their goal. Not what we're expecting, eh? Like, we haven't come out second half, eh? Really, to be honest with you. Can we not just turn the lights off? Beth? Everything all right? Right. Any chance of a cuppa when you get settled? That ref is jacked. They are called illuminations at Easter Road. Hi. There'll be a Christmas tree coming up the centre circle in a second. What's happening here, though, man? Like, just nothing happening. Lights, camera, and action. God knows how long this will be. Exactly. It's not as if it's pitch black. Just turn the lights off. Get down the shop for a lecky key. This is what I don't like. Love when the TV pans for a bunch of Tonys in the crowd. Oh. See, this is where we should be up the pitch a bit higher. Tannoy announces, is there a Sparky in the crowd, please? Go to the main door. Nah, soft. Everything seems to be going Burnley's way at the minute. Second balls, rebounds. Just need to hang in the game, eh, Sunderland? Hang in the game. Floodlights don't work, but them advertising boards never go wrong. It's like the storefront in Destiny and Warzone, Eververse, and the Rare store. They definitely work there, though, don't it? Game's bust, but the store works. Oof. Jesus Christ, I thought that went in. It's right porky in it. Come on, Sunderland. We are suffering. Nothing's happening. We don't look. That goal just killed it. I mean, there's Xhaka having to go into like the back three. Ask Ray. She had some weight to fix. Right, come on, Sunderland. Get into this game here. I know you cannot hear us, but you'll hear us in a minute. Wake up. Subpar this. That's a foul. Just a bit flat, aren't we? Just a little bit flat. Predictable. Just a bit slow as well. Lad down for Burnley. 60 minutes gone. 1-0. Do you think any changes are needed? Definitely, Chris. They're at 6s and 7s at the back. Need to get possession and pass all. Just chasing it down, reshape and go again. It is. It's just all over the shop at the minute. There we go. First change. Dinger off. Who's on? Lefay. I don't know. She's been making these. To be honest with you, he was a fault for their goal. Him. Meander off as well. Double substitution. I think that's a good move. He's had a little bit of a poor game. Isidore on, let's say. Lefay against Walker. It'll be a different type of encounter. I tell you what, there's been a stop and start sort of game, though, hasn't it? The big lads like that, they've got some big units playing for them. He's put himself about, that kid. But these injuries here are going to be key for Sunderland and Burnley and the lower tier teams down the bottom. The squad depth. 1 to 11, 1 to 13, 1 to 14, you think, actually, we've got some decent players there. Then after that, if you get any injuries after that, if any of those key players get injured, which is the same for every club. Is that Robertson as well? Did I miss something? Yeah. Wow. 3 changes. Something different. Well, Patrick Roberts, this is your chance, son. 3 changes. I didn't say the 3rd change there. So, Paddy Roberts. 2 wingers off, 2 wingers on. And a change up front. What's he done? Got away with that. Pass the ball, man! Holding on to it for too long. You had Roberts there on the break. It's been sloppy today, like. That's asking a lot of AC door there. Well done, son. Fucking lucky bastard. One in the box, though. One man in the box. One. Giving it away far too cheaply. We need something out of somewhere. We need a little bit of... Here we go. What are you doing, Sealed, man? You haven't got that much time on the ball. There's got to be runners. Come on. These are sitting in now. Foul ball if it goes out, surely. Yeah. Hey, yo. I don't know what you think, but this second half has been really sloppy. Really sloppy. Honest, I hate to say it, but we don't even look like creating a chance at the minute. We need something from somewhere. Because this is Scott Parker to a T. This 1-0. They're letting us have it a bit more now, though. We've got to hurt them with something. They're just sitting in tight. This is the only issue for me here is getting hit on the break. Overplaying it. Wait, do you know the reason why, though, Wayne, to be honest? I don't think we've got anybody really who that direct play into will work. The two forwards that we've got are a little bit soft. They don't like the back to goal. Take that. Take that. Just get out the way, you man. Move away. And that Chelsea lad, surely we're going to go two up front later on if it's still 1-0. Got to bring that Chelsea lad on and at least go for it. I mean, Patrick Roberts has barely had a touch of the ball. Lafay has looked dangerous since he's come on. Yeah, they just want it on a plate. They're like modern forwards, you know, like back in the day, Drogba, big and strong, would make something happen by just a ball into him, or like the centre-halves knew they were in a game. That's not a bad ball, but again, wishful thinking. Frustrating. Could have been so different. So different. And there's plenty of time, Tony. There is. But the midfield looks tired now. Ours. Hello, Obi. We're barking. Need to get up. That Reinaldo's not getting up, like, is he? He's sitting back a bit. Say there's a lack of movement there. Lack of movement. Somebody needs to commit. Yeah, we'll have that. Go nowhere with the ball, are we? Yeah, it's sloppy. Porky. No movement, Gary. No runs off the ball to create space. Static. Static, Ian. And he needs to do something. Roberts, this is a chance for him. He's got plenty of ability. He needs to get involved. But look at just one man in the... No! He's got to have the confidence, Roberts, to stop doing that, you know. We'll have that. Roberts sometimes, Patrick Roberts, number 10 for us, he sometimes needs to have that confidence as soon as he gets it into a dangerous area, not to like do another little tippy pass. Fucking go, run into goal. Commit them into the box. I don't know if it's a confidence thing with him. He's got so much ability. He's had a stinker, by the way, the left back. An absolute stinker. He's been their main fucking threat. Well, still in the game. Still in the game. We just need a chance. We need a chance. But that midfield just looks a little bit leggy. The left back, honestly, he's had a nightmare of a game. Come on, Sunderland. We need something. We do look as though we've got something down on this right-hand side, though. They're organised well, though, Burnley, to be honest with you. They're forcing us straight back. As soon as we get anywhere up near their box, they're pushing us straight back with the organisation. If you see them there, he's getting them higher up as well. We've got nothing, no movement, though. Great ball. Give it to him early. Got to make things happen. Commit people. Get a foul at the edge of the box. Set piece or something. It's too easy for them, like. It's like we're not going anywhere with it. He's put it exactly where you said to put it and you backed off. Obi. Done, Roberts. Come on then. That's it. They committed. This is where we need to get up here. Better. That's better. Come on. Come on, Sunderland. Come on. That's better, though. That's better. One of their centre halves down here. he could be gone, like him. He's a Steve. What do you think we need here, chat? You think we're starting to get into the game a bit again now? Asking questions? We do. Why, we need a goal, Porky. Yeah, we need a goal. We need a goal. If not two, I'd like two. I'll take a point now, straight away. We just need an equaliser. Get in the game. Get in the game. There must be some other time on A-Mind. Has to be. Oh, they've brought him on. Who's gone off there? I didn't see. Diarra. So they brought the kid from Chelsea on as well, going two up top. Got to get it in. No! Up, man, up. Going for it, like. He's gone two up top. Give it. Enzo, give him it, man. We need Patrick Roberts in the game as well. Run at them. Might get a penalty. It's a bad throw, that, you know. I think Burnley is sitting in here. We need to move, lads. Come on, move. That's it. Pressure. 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 There we go. Come on. This is... Listen, they'll be nervous, these. These will be nervous. Corner. Ball kick. Unlucky. Unlucky. He's wearing the number 9 shirt as well. Come on, son. I'd say there's roughly about 15 minutes left without a time. Surely there's a chance or two going to present themselves. Surely. Well, Hannibal off. Suppose he's done his job. He's been chewy. He's been trying to break up play. He's knackered, isn't he? He's knackered. Steve. If it had been later on, I would have been on the course, but I've got some, as I said, I've got some running around to do after the match. But if it wasn't at it, yeah, I'd have been having a few drinks. Lovely cup of tea, man. A little bit of honey in as well. Yo, Perry! Welcome in. Thank you very much for hopping in. Foul. All day long. All day long. Kick it off him. Get a yellow. Kick it off him. Gambling now, like we're gambling now. One or two things. We get an equaliser. We're going to get hit on the break. I can't believe me and I missed that first half chance. Oh. There's Nick Nax. Surprise, I'm not seeing your name in blue. Luckily, there's Tony to boot out. Oh. Here we go, chat. Here we go. We're getting into the squeaky bum time. Burnley looking to pick up their first points of the season. Can they hold on? And can we just get that goal? We've been sloppy second half, but at the minute, we're knocking on the door again. We're knocking on the door again. My only concern is getting hit on the break. Are you pushing for it? We just had that 20-minute spell at the beginning of the second half where we were extremely sloppy and disorganised. Say that pass there across to the other centre half. That's just lazy. Lazy. Sunderland fans look like studs. Then all the Burnley fans standing there, mouth breathing. Hard place to win, Turf Moe. Just take the positives, move on. Season is a long one. It is, Steve. It's not clicking like. Hey, this is what I'm on about, the break. Exactly what I was on about. Knew that was coming. Fucking knew that was coming. Well, that's fucking... I knew that was coming. I just had a feeling as when Meander missed that chance, right? I'm not pinning the whole thing on him. When he missed that chance, I just thought, I don't think this is going to be our day today here. When he missed that gilt-edged chance, you cannot miss them. You cannot miss them away from home. I mean, fuck's sake, man. Well, yeah. Not good enough, though, to be honest with you. We've been... Could get... I'm just annoyed more than anything, Nick Nack. Annoyed. You're always going to concede sometimes when you're chasing a game of football. So I'm not too bothered about that being hit on the break. But you cannot gift teams a goal. Say a gift, poor defending, and you cannot miss gilt-edged chances and expect to come away with points. And it'll kill you this season if you do that. I had no confidence at all at him even hitting the target. You're probably right there, Porky. But hey, listen. You got to take it on the chin. But that's my worries with my ender up front. My ender up front. He ain't a goal scorer. He ain't a goal scorer. In the sense of like in and around the box. Bang, get in. He needs to score. What the hell's the matter with that? He's backed into him. Get in, son. Well, there we go. 10 minutes added on. 10 minutes added on AM. We've got 10 minutes. Our ball. Lucky bastards. You know the lad who was down there as he made a miraculous recovery? He was dead a second ago. "10 minutes, eh? Like 10 minutes. I mean, listen, sometimes it's never over. You get a goal in the next minute or two here. It is game well and truly on. It's taking forever, this. Does Steve just takes a second? I think it 2-0 down. It's nigh impossible now, like. Yeah, tail of two halves. Do they add extra time to extra time, or as soon as extra time gets called, a team can dick around and run out the clock? Well, they could run out the clock, but yeah, there'll be a minimum of 10 minutes. See again, we need a break here, like break. What position does Ballard play? He's centre half. He's at the back. He's a defender. But he gives us a threat on corners and set pieces. We have nothing in the final. That's me worry, Blackie. It is me worry that, you know. All the mags starting to get... The mags are coming out the rear woodwork again, like, aren't they? Aren't they? Yeah, it's a big week, Blackie, in the transfer market, 100%. Now, listen, it could have been a little bit different. We know that. Little moments in games change it. You know, missing sitters coming out second half like that. That is a trend, by the way, though. We did a lot of that last season. Mind. Coming out second half sloppy, like really sloppy. That cannot be happening. That cannot be happening. What's happening here? Isaac good cheap, I heard. They were all back watching there, mate. My ender should have scored, and then we probably go on to win the game. Fine margins. Blackie, I agree. And I've said it for a while now. If a game comes down to that, I don't trust my ender. I don't trust him. Could be worse. Could live in Biker. Oh, Chris. I know. Hey, listen, you win some, you lose some. From the high of last week to a reality check again this week. And this is exactly what I've been trying to say to you for ages. This is the Sunderland that we need to put to bed. You know, everybody knew who's been around Sunderland for a long time. You know what I mean? Knows. They take you there, and then they take you there in the space of fucking 20 seconds. Paddy Power paying out already, I heard from bottom three. Steve, calm down. Stop it. Disappointed. Blackie, enjoy your flight. Safe journey. Speak to you when you get back. I feel that Meander chance was a lot harder to score with the lad than the lad with the open shot. I'll tell you what it was, Porky. He's left-footed, and it was on his right foot. But to be honest with you, having played football, he should score that. That's poor, what he done there. Poor. Really poor. Disappointing, Tony. That was disappointing. But there's a week left. There's a week left in the transfer market. There's a few areas that we definitely still need to strengthen up on. I mean, I know Blackie's just said there, centre-back and a striker. I'm not being funny as well. We need another. I'm looking at the middle of that park as well. And anything happens to Xhaka, I know you've got Lafitte to come in there, but he's not a ball winner like him. And the two lads in midfield, the intensity that they play with normally, they cannot be doing that for the whole 90 minutes all of the time. You need cover in there as well. Wingers, I mean, you got Roberts coming on there. Roberts, you know what, is a clever little footballer, but bit of a net. Poor. Second half, poor. Another midfield general you need. I agree, Ian. I agree. I think we do. I don't think that's on the centre-halves today, though. That's not on the centre-halves today, that result. That was off a winger switching off and us coming out. I don't know. Not prepared. Now, you can say that's a trend because it happened a bit. I used to watch that at home and away last season. We would do that all the time. Come out sloppy. Sloppy. Now, I know by all accounts Labree's not a animated character, etc. So, okay, fair enough. He's not like that. But as an individual, when you walk out there, you should be ready, prepared, and on the ball straight away. And it cost us that minute and a half after the first half, cost us. And it's ended up being the difference. Ended up being the difference. And then, listen, their second goal, fair enough. We're pushing. We're pushing. I get that. You know what I mean? It's like, we had to do that. But it's all that's done there is just to highlight a few little creaks of maybe what we still need to do in that team. But that defeat's disappointing. Big result for Burnley, mind. Big result for Burnley. They needed that. They know that was a big win today for them. A big win today. Chris, you don't think Roberts is Prem? Agree, mate. It's frustrating in it with him because he's got a lot of ability. Lot of ability. Should be ready the minute you put your boots on, Ian. 100%. I'd never get that. You're asleep. Even after conceding, you should be... Whoever's your captain, it should be paramount. You telling everybody, switch on. Kick off here. No, credit to Burnley. Listen, credit to Burnley. They've got their first win of the season. Good luck to them moving forward. Good luck to them. For ourselves, we need to go away, analyse it. Chances. It's like cricket. Catches win matches. If you miss chances like that in football, them chances, that's going to bite you. Especially the highest level that you're playing. You're playing in the Premier League now. You're not playing in the Championship. You're not playing in League One. You're playing in the big boy league here now. The big boys league. And you need to put them away. And that's my only concerns for me, Ender. Is he misses glorious opportunities and he scores wonder goals. That's my only thing. When he's carrying you, just worries us that them big chances that come up. You know, I look at Kevin Phillips. Bang, that's in. That's a goal. Kevin Phillips, it is snaffled that. Nay bother. Bang. They're the pecking order that I look at. They're the quality that you need to sign. Players like that. Goal scorers. Goal scorers. Disappointing that, to be honest with you. I'd like to say the stats as well. I'm going to see if I can dig the stats up. But anyway, what I'll do is we'll go over some of the rare results. See some of the results today in the Premier League. We've got Tottenham early kickoff with City. beat City 2-0. Bournemouth, a good rebound there after playing. Who was it Bournemouth played? Was it Liverpool? They got beat off Liverpool. Just 1-0 win. Brentford as well. Big result against Villa. Big result against Villa. 1-0.
Boo.
Tony.
Disappointing.
Second half.
That's the old Sunderland. That's why we have the scars. You set them up. You make us look good. We get a little bit of
confidence, a bit of belief.
And then they play like that. To be fair, first half, I thought we were all right. Second half, I went. Switched off, didn't try.
Didn't come out.
No. Caught with a sloppy goal.
That was off
the
to
second
Lee.
one. What do you do? But
the second one, I've got no complaints. You're pushing. You're pushing for goal.
Trying.
You know what I mean? You're trying. But that first...
creating once they got that goal, they go straight back into their low block. That's their bread and butter. That's what they love. And
why they set up for that? And then you try to pass round them. And balls into the box. Wilson Isidore, balls into the box. You're not going to win a header. No. He's not going to out-jump a defender. And then it's
fair,
practically...
Burnley just gifted us control, but I thought with the little wingers on, we had a bit more control from them. But at that point, should you have put Lafayette in the middle to create something?
Could have.
And left a dinger out there. Because I don't think a dinger was doing badly.
I don't know. Ian, you're right. They don't make that kind of the breed of striker now, Gary, R.A., Kevin Phillips. Too much tactically organised players nowadays. You're right.
But Phillips had a partner with him. If you're only on your own, got a certain build.
But not just that though, Tony. Phillips would have snaffled that chance.
Phillips would have scored two there.
Yeah, he'd have scored there. He'd have scored there. Yeah. It's just...
But to be fair, most Premier League strikers score there. That was a bad miss.
That's a sitter. That's bad. You know what I mean?
It's a bad miss. He gets that. It's a different game. But you got to give Burnley credit.
Yeah, they're off the...
They've had their crowd bouncing. They've got to win. All have got points now. That was just a good chance for us to have 6 points on the board.
6 points, right?
4.
I know. It's... But anyway, I'm going to go over a couple of the results before we go into some talk. City, like I say, Tottenham 2-0. Bournemouth 1-0 against Wolves. Brentford have beaten Villa, which is a good result for them. Obviously, the Burnley Sunderland game. And then kicking off in about half an hour, 25 minutes, you've got Arsenal v Leeds. Now we move into the Championship. Leicester have got the monkey off the back this season now. They've got the 1-0 win. You've got Blackburn beating Hull 3-0. Swansea 1, Watford 1. Birmingham have beaten Oxford. Coventry have thumped Queen's Park Rangers 7-1. Norwich 1, Middlesbrough 2.
I just say Queen's Park Rangers got a goal in injury time, so they were 7-0 down.
Preston have beaten Ipswich.
By the way.
Ipswich are off to a rocky start as well. You've got Sheffield United still pointless and third defeat. Millwall 1, Sheffield United 0. Southampton have been beaten off Stoke as well. A little bit of an upset for the day. You've got West Brom 1, Portsmouth 1. Tuffy 1-1 for Pompey. And Wrexham have blew a 2-goal lead. It's finished 2-2.
Sheffield United a rock bottom, -5 goal difference after 3 games. Top of the league in the Championship, Stoke. No one saw that come. Joint top with Borough. Coventry in third.
Going to quickly move onto the league. So the Premier League is looking like this at the minute. You've got Spurs sitting top on 6. Chelsea, Liverpool, City taking up the Champions League spots.
We're still in a European spot.
We're still sitting 6th with our goal difference. Now, there we go. Big week, Tony. Big week in the transfer market.
Well, I think... Obviously, you've got the Ballard injury now, so that lad is a must at the back. I think that shows you need a bit of creativity in there. You've got to get some creativity, and you need potentially a striker. Now, they said they wanted one. So, well, another forward. But, like you said, for me, it's where do the goals come from in this team? Yeah. Where do the goals come from? So, there's not many teams going to... There's not many teams going to play a low block against us. So we'll get a lot more space behind other teams. Burnley are very different, a lot of the way they're set up compared to other teams in the league. So you like some Man City's. I mean, Man City's probably almost 5-0, but they'll leave spaces. A lot of the other teams, the Brentfords, Bournemouths, Everton's, they'll have a go.
Mhm.
So we might get in behind, and that's the game plan for Sunderland, I think. So we'll see. We're going through the players one by one. What do we think? Oh, you're not bothering.
Yeah, that's Sale lad as a regular starter, Porky. No. He's not a
I
regular
thought he did
starter.
all right. I mean, he was poor for the goal. He sat off a bit, hasn't he? He's got to go out with the ball there.
Chris says Burnley done a job on us. Honeymoon over laughy faces. I know.
Reality is just slapped us in the mouth.
Yes, Siler. Yeah, I agree with Tony there. You're right. Listen, Burnley have a style of play, right? They have a style of play. It's difficult to play against, etc. Sometimes they're very organised. They sit in really deep with banks of big lads, by the way, as well. And fair enough. Fair enough. Sale isn't good enough.
Estevez going off for them is a big blow to Burnley as well, by the way.
Blackie says, Sale isn't good enough. See you all at the Stadium Light on Tuesday against Huddersfield in the Carabao Cup.
No, I thought Sale was all right.
He didn't listen. He didn't do. He wasn't horrific. None of the centre halves were to blame today.
Nah, I thought his passing was pretty decent. He made one bad pass the whole game. He was confident. I mean, like you say, it's the defensive thing with him. It's like, and plus you've got to remember he's playing on the wrong. He normally plays on the other side of the defence, doesn't he? So he's been moved out of position a little bit there.
Well, all I'm going to say then, if we're going to go to the players, and we'll go through some of the players then there for that performance. Pretty telling as well there. Chris Rigg nowhere to be seen as a substitution option to come on. Neither was Dan Neil. He replaced the two wingers, which I was surprised at to bring them two on. But he did.
I thought it showed a little bit of lack of creativity from the manager there.
Yeah.
To mix it up a little bit.
Instead of just shifting it around a bit. And
put a ball player in the middle maybe.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like shift it around, put Lafay in the middle just to make it tick. Take one of you, take the other lad off and put Lafay into the middle. But I get it.
I thought Diarra wasn't doing much today at all.
Well, let's go through the players. The keeper, Tony. The keeper for me didn't really have a great deal to do other than to pick the ball out the net. He had a few.
Saved any of them?
I think the first one.
I don't think he's got a chance with the first one.
You know what I mean? No, it was a good finish. The second one, he had to come out and try and close down. You know what I mean? And it's just the way it is.
A 6 for me. I don't. He didn't. Because he didn't make any good saves or anything, did he?
A few sketchy kicks, but yeah. 6.
Yeah, he came out, commanded his box from corners. That's about it. A 6 for me.
Trey Hume.
I thought he was potentially our best player today.
Trey Hume was
out of his place. Defensively, still
put a few good crosses in. Yeah, I'd give Hume a 7, 6.5, 7.
I thought he was one of our better players.
You know what I mean? Centre half Ballard before he went off was practically
great. He set up a goal.
Was nearly our top assist man. He's going to be a miss. Ballard's going to be a big miss.
Huge miss.
Ian, Tony, Gary, I'll catch you up later on that game. No player is above 6. Ian says. Thank you very much, Ian. Enjoy the rest of your night. Appreciate you being in for the stream, Ian. Yes, hopefully catch you in for more. You take it easy. Thank you very much. I know what he means there, to be honest with you. I do know what he means there. There's 2 centre halves. I'm going to say Alderete was again
2 sixes.
2 6s.
Didn't do anything wrong, would you?
I must admit, I thought the left back had a poor game today. I thought he had a poor game.
I like him. I thought he was left exposed a bit by Dringo and
Possibly, and this is why I love football chat, right? Because I did think he was sloppy and had a poor game and nearly.
I thought he was all right.
Nearly cost us on a few short passes today. But that's my opinion on him. I'm going to give him a 5. Then I'm going to give him a 5.
6, but...
I'm going to give the left back a 5. We're going to move on to Xhaka. I think Xhaka wasn't his greatest game. Again, I'm going to give him a 6. It was just a 6.
I'm going to give him a 5. I thought he was
poor.
I thought he was below standard. I did.
The 2 lads in midfield. Siddiqui can go first. Nondescript,
lots of energy, but no product really.
No product, nondescript, plenty of running, nondescript.
His job is just to get about the pitch. He breaks stuff up. He gets in people's faces, but
nondescript.
Like he's showing the ball, but a 5 for me.
Yeah, I would probably agree. Just on the fact of, what did he do today? Did you say? No, I cannot remember what he did. He just ran and just broke the ball, and that's it.
And by the way, if you're around the box, you've got to start fucking shooting.
Yeah. But They don't have the confidence, do they, to do it?
Yeah,
Xhaka
he's just got to
did.
fucking hit it sometimes.
Xhaka had that confidence and he scuffed it. Don't get us wrong, he scuffed it, but you've got to. It's like what Eric Gates and that used to say: if you don't buy a raffle ticket, you're not going to win the prize.
Chances Diarra could have had shots at the edge of the box. You could have a Dinger having a shot. And they're just not pulling the trigger.
Blackie says Lafay is wasted on the left. You think he should have been in the middle, Blackie? Should have left. He should have left.
I don't think he trusts. But you can play him in a 10 role. So for me, you could have took Diarra off. You've still got your two
number 8,
pivot
6,
players.
sitting back.
Sitting on, and that Dinger can get up and join. Not Dinger. Sadiq can get up and join him. But if you, he can tie it together.
Porky's saying it's hard to watch when you have possession, but no one's trying to get open or move it all. That's static. I mean, there's somebody there, Porky there, a Canadian watching it, right, with fresh eyes to the game. And unfortunately, that's what's happening a little bit in modern football, where it's just static. Lines and static. And
Well,
just
it's a low block,
passing.
isn't it? You've got 2 banks of 4, and it's difficult to get into space to break that down without a creative player, or somebody needs to go past someone or unlock something.
Yeah.
And nobody does that. They're all too busy trying to pass around it.
It's passing around at the minute. It's boring
And then
football.
what's the game plan when we pass it round? Because we've got no one in the box if you cross it.
The thing is, though, that's right. If you're going to do that, you need to have crosses in the box. You need someone who's willing to put themselves about to get on the end of it.
100%.
But we had chances there, though, early on. It could have been a different game.
Yeah, you've got to take your chances. You have to, at this level, you can't miss sitters like that.
You
That's
have
1-0
to
up, and then it's a
take them
different game.
chances.
The pressure gets onto Burnley. You know, they're starting to get a little bit... They start missing their passes because the crowd will start to get
Chris,
on them.
predictions for Leeds Arsenal. I mean, you've got to bank out. You've got to say Arsenal.
Leeds 3-0.
You've got to say Arsenal.
It's Arsenal 3-0 for
Yeah,
Leeds.
you've got to say Arsenal. I think Leeds will go out and they'll hassle. Don't get us wrong. I think they will
Arsenal's
hassle.
at home as well, aren't they?
Chris, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Listen, mate, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Plenty more to come. Plenty of plenty of changes.
Well, the follow-alongs will not just be doing Sunderland, will
And
we?
not just, we'll be doing other games as well. Other games. I hope you've enjoyed it though, Chris. I hope you have. It's been good crack having company in here as well. Good vibes, Porky. That's what it's about. Good vibes. That's all we're trying to create, is for people to come out, hang around with us for the footy. Even if you're not a Sunderland fan, just to hang out with us, get involved in chat, and wherever the conversations take us sport-wise, fantastic. And whilst we're keeping one eye on the game as well. But quickly going back again then. So you've got, I'm going to, Diarra again, nondescript, nothing, got took off a 5 for me. Didn't really do much.
Yeah, 5 for me. I think he had chances. He had a lovely opportunity in the first half to put a dinger through, and he fluffed that. He could have put my end. He's been he had a bad header. You know what I mean? But the thing is with him, you can see as a player, going to be a good player in there, and he's going to do well. Yeah. But it didn't come off from today for me, and he was a 5.
5. I'd probably agree there. 5. Nondescript, Tony. Nothing stood out. You know what I mean? Nothing. The wingers, will start with a Dingra first. What are you going to give him?
Dingra, he caused problems the first half. I think he was double marked. I'm going to go 5 again. He just doesn't create that clear cut chance or anything, does he? He's caused a bit of a P. I thought he was a bit lazy for the goal. Yeah, 5.
You're giving him a 5. Out of the 2 wingers today, I personally thought he was the better out of the 2.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of give him more than a 5 because nothing, right? I'm going to get, probably go a 5. There, is it Talibi or Talby? Talby for me.
Talby.
For me, personally, for this alone, I know you're saying a Dingray. You watch the goal back. He didn't track his man.
No.
So for me, he would have had a 5. He's got a 4 for that.
I might have got the wrong one then. Yeah.
He's got a 4 for me for that. That's. He basically never got back with that runner off that little passage of play.
He was a bit off it today. I mean, again, I just think at the front, you play wide players so wide that if they get the ball, there's no one to link up with. If Thingy gets the ball, my end, he's got no one to link up with.
Well, to be honest with you,
it's all right playing this low block and pushing out, but you've got to get up.
You've got to get
up and support players.
Adingra's got some.
Again, going back to that Diarra, I thought he had passes he could have made to Roberts second half. He didn't make that pass.
Held on it. He held on it.
Yeah, it's just like make that
move
pass.
It.
It's a simple pass. Give him it.
Move it on. He got caught in possession trying to turn. I know.
I think that's a learning curve for them today. It will be a learning curve for them. It's how they come back from that.
Yes, shoot it.
But yeah, Talby.
Thank you very much. It's great having your company. Yep, I've got
4.
4 for me.
Yeah.
4 for me. We're moving up to the pitch then, Tony. We're into Mayenda.
4.
Definitely a 4 for me.
He misses the chance of the game. He's isolated. But don't get me wrong, he's exciting. He's a young lad, so I'm not trying to shit on him. And he's going to be really good. But you need more from your striker. You need more.
When you're playing in the Premier League and wins and goals are at a premium, you need something from that man who's there. His role is to get them goals for you, right? I think today he was below par. He missed that chance, and you don't know if that's stuck in his head after he missed that. You know what I mean? Because when you miss chances like that, it does play on you. Whether that played on him for the remainder of the game. However, take that chance away, and this is where he should be shown the footage, right? Of allowing them centre-halves to get in front of him, allowing them centre-halves to be a second ahead of him on second balls. If he improves on that area of his game, he's going to be a great striker. It's just, I look at him and I'm thinking, you've got to move though. I mean, down at
He's got to do more.
You've got
He's
to
got to do more in that game, Gary, there.
Yeah,
I mean,
and that's...
in his flashes, he looks good, but you cannot just have 2 or 3 flashes a
No,
game.
you need to do more. To be a top striker, which he should be aspiring to be, because he's got quality in him. To be a top striker, you've got to have a little bit of a better work ethic, I think. Just a little bit of a work ethic. Just try a little bit harder. And I mean, just a bit of movement, a bit of willing, a bit of showing.
A nuisance.
A bit of nuisance. You know what I mean? When I say put yourself about, not in the olden days with your elbows into centre halves, but at least get there first in front of that defender. Let him know, you know what I mean? I'm here. And link up a bit better. Just to link up a little bit better. He needs to get his head up a bit. That's all I would say. But again, a 4 for me. My end a 4. No questions asked.
Going on to Chris' point about Adingra. The thing I do like about Adingra, Chris, is he never gives up. He'll go, and if he loses it, he'll go again. He doesn't get downhearted. He's got that. Where I've seen players at the stadium like if they go and lose one of they don't want to know their heart goes out of it. Yeah. They'll turn back and play it back. At least he's going, no, I will beat you at some point. So that's what you need to see from players. You need to see that determination and effort. I think he'll be all right. But like you say, you've got Mundell to come back in there, so that's a great option. Because I think Mundell will cause some problems. Because he's rapid and he can shift.
We'll finish this off and then we'll close the stream down with a few little final words. But finishing off, Lafay, when he come on, Tony?
Lafay, I think like Blackie says, he's a bit wasted on the left. I thought he looked well. I thought he was industrious. He won the ball back a few times at the back. But when he got up there, he didn't really
He didn't have too much time as well, did he, to really impact it?
Get low. I mean, he got 20, 30 minutes.
I'd probably...
When he had the injury time on.
I thought Lafay actually looked comfortable and could look... Yeah.
6,
he didn't, similar. I'd give him a 5. Again, because he didn't really have...
I don't see the point in playing him on the wing.
Patrick Roberts...
Like you say, what did he do? He's done all right. He's got the ball. He's moved it on. He's passed it. He hasn't. He's been tidy.
He tried to be tidy. You could see he was a bit safe today, wasn't he? He was a little bit safe.
A bit safe. Didn't Megs anybody. Always a disappointment.
Aye.
I'd rather say Megs, because if he comes on and Megs someone, you know it's a game on.
Aye. He was safe today. He was safe, and to be honest with you,
I think that's management. That's
safe.
Don't lose the ball. Look after the ball.
Again, I'm not gonna. I cannot slate him. He never did anything wrong. He didn't do anything fantastic. No. He was just, again, another nondescript. Just Patrick Roberts played today.
Look at they're all 2 or 3 marks down from what they were last Saturday.
Yeah. Again, I'll probably give Paddy a 5, because I don't think he did anything awful. I don't think he did anything spectacular. He just did it neat and simple, tidy, and that was it. What about Isidore?
When he come on? Isidore, again, doesn't really get the type of service he needs.
Nah, he
almost
fed off
have a
nothing
hard
really,
chance
did
to
he?
beat someone. But the thing is, you're looking to bring Isidore when you're 1-0 up
Yeah,
and set them through.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean? If they're playing deep,
yeah. Ready
well,
for him
he's
to
got
hit
nowhere
them.
to run into. So, and he's not the type of player who's good with his back to the goal.
Yeah,
so,
he's not a back to goal striker, is
I
he?
mean,
He's
he
not a back to
tried.
goal.
He's definitely tried, and he was putting himself
Yeah.
about.
He's just not
He
that.
was,
He's just not that
he was
forward.
trying to get little flicks, but they're all 6 foot. They've got everybody close together, and he's working in a tight space with them when he comes on, and it's like he is not that player.
Yeah.
So it didn't suit him when he came on. It'd probably been better coming on the left.
Yeah.
To be honest,
Richard
where he's got a
Gere.
bit more space to
Well,
run.
so what are you giving him though? What are you going to give him?
5.
5.
I don't think he was bad.
Yeah, 5.
But he didn't do anything.
Again, it's not his game. It's not his game. 1-0. 1-0. You know, if we were knocking still, I think once the second went in, it knocked us a bit there. You know, it was game over. It was game over. Give him a 5. The Richard Gere, the new lad, Gere or Gee or Gooey or Gee.
Yeah,
or...
well, for me, I mean, first touch like a rapist, bouncing off him. I mean, some of them, he was trying to trap it. I mean, he was under pressure at the back. His touch was taking it back into our half. He's on the 18-yard box.
Aye.
What's happening there? But I didn't know what he was trying to do there. It's unbelievable.
I'm actually worried to find out what score he is here off Tony now. You know what I mean?
He had industry, but like heading the ball, it was kind of miles. It's like, what's going on here? What's he attempting to do here? So 3 for me. I didn't think he had anything at all. I don't know what you thought. You might say something different. You might say that he was a bit of a battler or something. But,
yeah, well, when I saw him come on, the first thing I was looking at is his physique and size, and can he give us something different to what the other lads give us? And I do think he can, but when I say I do think he can, just because of his physique, right? You saw him for what, 10 minutes there, 12 minutes?
Yeah, you didn't see enough.
So you didn't really see much of him. And yeah, you're right. I think he's 1-2. He tried to play with Xhaka, was a little bit dodgy, where Xhaka then ended up heading it to him.
It's like he's fucking kicking the power ball.
I know, I've seen that. I don't want to slate the lad. He's a young lad, and it's his first game. I know the Bangs
like
give him a 3.
I've written him off.
He's written him off. I think he's got more in his locker than that.
Listen, that kid was a Barcelona academy product.
So I'm going to give.
Chelsea
I'm going to give him. To be honest with you, I don't think he did anything particularly as bad as what Isidore did. I'm going to give him a 5. To be honest with you, I think he was just played. He didn't impact it like Isidore. He didn't do anything horrific. I think he was a 5. I'm giving him a 5. You've given him a 3. You hate him already. I know that.
No, I'll give him a. Like you say, I think we'll say he'd play against Huddersfield.
Oh, well, that's he's tortured him, Chris. He's tortured him.
But no, I was expecting to see a bit of something
for me personally, the worst player on that pitch today, through who I was expecting more from, I thought the left back seriously gave the ball away, looked dodgy. Yeah, you know what I mean? At times.
Right.
But that's me. That's the game I saw. So, Tony, upcoming fixtures, obviously, Tuesday night we've got Huddersfield in the Carabao Cup. That'll be a completely different team, isn't it?
But that's going to be Dan Neil. It's going to be Chris Rigg. Lefebvre might play in a different role.
Yeah.
You're going to see, I don't know, what are you going to see at the back? Well, you should see maybe that new lad will get a game, the lad from Paris Saint-Germain.
Yeah, it'll be a different team.
You'd have thought.
It'll be a different.
The lad from West Ham should get a game.
He would sleep
we haven't seen
Chris.
yet.
I know. Gooch is back. I know he is. Gooch is back.
Gucci, yeah. Gucci.
He was 100%.
As long as he's not playing on your team, I love him.
He's 100% there.
Honestly, danger Gooch. I'll never forget him. Jesus. Why have one touch when you can have 42? And stick your ass out.
Stick your ass out. Get round the roundabout, innit?
Yeah.
But anyway, next week, Tony.
Ass out. Gooch. Well, Brentford,
30th,
I thought they
Brentford at home.
poor against both. They've beaten Villa today.
Yep, it's a big game now.
So
I mean, they're all big games, aren't they?
It's not going to be.
But we need to bounce back.
Like every game. Listen, but we're at home, aren't we? Are we at home?
We're at home. Yep, we're at home.
So
Saturday
if we're
the
at home
30th.
that one, then you've got the crowd, a bit of spark, hopefully.
Yeah.
But we need to see who comes in, because I think Dan Ballard is a huge miss.
Oh,
If we're
massive.
playing Sale again, as much as I don't think he was
It's not just that though,
bad.
Tony.
He is going to lose goals.
It's not just his willingness to go and win a ball as well, Ballard. It's his threat from set pieces.
Oh, physicality. He's a danger. I mean, I didn't realise how big he was. But you say at West Ham, he looked gigantic, and he gets that leap on, and he's.
Chris.
His willingness to go on the ball, and he was destroying forwards. That lad, once he went off, got a lot more of the ball than he should have.
Yeah. Why? Because he'd have marked him tight. He'd have marked him tight.
Yeah.
You know where?
So, listen, he's a big miss. I don't know if we get this Lakimi in or whatever he's called.
Yeah.
If we get him in, well, he's going to have to start, or let's hope he's fit.
Yeah.
But the need, I don't know when. Does the window should be before Saturday?
Well, what's the date on Saturday?
The 31st or the 1st?
It's normally midnight, the 31st, isn't it? Or the change that I don't know what it is, to be honest, Tony. I kind of give you a
It's definitely closed by September, and it's normally the 31st of August. So I would like to see somebody who could hold the ball up front, because we don't seem to have that option.
Different dynamic there would be nice, I'd say. A different dynamic.
An out ball. As we always said, even in the Championship. So you cannot do this playing at the back.
Nah.
I mean, we've got players to come back as well that are still injured. Not that they'd probably borrow the first team, but I mean, if you've got Elise at the back, that gives you an option, because he's a good defender, got pace, got power.
Uh-huh.
I mean, that new lad might be playing centre half next week, Gary.
I know, he could be straight in. Straight in. You know what I mean?
So, I mean, listen, we've got to create more chances than we're creating. That is just not enough. What we created today.
The thing is, though, today I keep harping back, though, Tony. You know, that's a different game. That ball goes in. It's a different game altogether.
Yeah.
Altogether. You know, it's.
I mean, we're home. Right now, I'd probably take a draw. You've got to go to try and get wins at home, but Brentford.
Well, we've just been beat 2-0. I mean, really, I'm not even going to say 2-0. I'm going to say we got beat 1-0. That breakaway goal doesn't count in my eyes. You know what I mean? So it's not as if it's like 2-0 and we got beat thoroughly off Burnley. It was a fine margin game.
At the end, mate.
It was a fine margin game. Yeah, they got the goal. The first goal was always going to be key, but they got that first. They got that first goal, and they've won the game. Simple as. Where back at the Stadium of Light, 48,000 there again. You know, the crowd will be up for it.
Yeah.
Don't get us wrong. We need a reaction. That's all I'll say. We need a reaction.
Need a reaction.
So,
but
anyway,
I'll leave it there, guys.
Tony,
enjoy this.
Thank you very much for joining us for the core commentary. I really do appreciate it, chat. It's been absolutely fantastic having you all in. We shall see you during the week when we select another game to watch. Thank you very much for your support. And Away the Stream is off and running. Take it easy, everyone.
Away the Stream.
Enjoy the rest of your Saturday evening. Goodbye, everyone.
See you later.